Hey, guys,
What's up?
did you know that raccoons have a natural knack for fishing? Like, they use their highly sensitive paws to feel for food in the water, even in complete darkness.
That makes sense.
I have never seen a raccoon with fish.
I want to see a raccoon go fishing,
Ever.
just scooping it up.
I imagine it's just like a bear, but instead of them reaching in for a big old salmon, it's like a tadpole.
A big old what?
It ain't gonna be anything big. There's no way.
No.
You can just see
No,
a
I don't know,
raccoon.
man. Just
Yeah.
It's got little claws, don't it? Could just get in there and just.
I would like to see a raccoon wrestle a big old salmon or something.
Or just a catfish. Just
Yeah, ooh,
wrestle like
there
big
you
old
go.
catfish. There you go.
Yeah.
Dude, those ones
That'd
at the
be
bottom
awesome.
of the Kentucky Dam
Ooh,
that can just eat it.
those things, yeah. It's like 4 raccoons. You gotta watch out.
All right, so if you had like a super sense to help you find food, what would it be, and what's the first food you'd use it to find?
Chips.
But what would your super sense be?
Oh.
Like, all I can think of is a super nose, but that would kind of suck
Oh.
after a while.
Eyes that could see through things. Like I could see through the cabinet, know
Ooh.
exactly what I want to go
Yeah,
for.
that'd be nice.
Instead of just opening the cabinet, that's the super sense you want?
Yeah, I want to be able to see through it. Be like, oh, there's nothing in there I want. And I don't even have to waste my time opening and looking through things. I can just go ahead and just look.
You
know, like when you're at the
fridges
bottom-
like that now, right?
Yeah,
you
you
go-
can just
okay.
touch the fridge and it'll
You go in
light
the
up.
pantry right now.
Okay.
You got stuff on that bottom shelf that's kind of scooted back there.
No.
You got to get down, move some stuff around to get back and look. See, I don't want to do that. I just want to open my eyes and be like, oh, there it is. It's way back there. I just got to, oh, there, done. Don't have to do no searching or looking.
So
I
now
just
you
stand
can
there.
see through the pantry and through the snacks in front of the snacks?
Exactly.
Bro, what would that be? Is that like some
That's like Superman.
supervision or something?
Supervision.
100%.
I need supervision. You need supervision. What about you?
Take these
You
off.
got I don't know of a super sense I would want.
Yeah, sense would be hard. Like if it was a superpower, it'd be different. But
Yeah, but a
sense
super
wise,
sense. I mean, so what are the senses? It's a sight,
you got
Sight,
touch, and hearing.
hearing,
smell, taste.
Smell, taste.
Taste.
Ooh.
How would you use super taste to find your food? I'm going with super nose, but I want to be able to turn it on and off.
Yeah, because what if you smell something bad?
Yeah.
That wouldn't be fun.
We're playing ping pong in the garage and somebody starts farting.
Must be
With
this
the
guy.
stinking-
You know, definitely a little Christian there. Dang. But I mean, like, I don't know. I can't believe pandas just go, I want to see a panda fishing now. Like, I've seen
Yeah.
bears, right? You've seen videos of bears in streams. That'd be pretty
getting
sick.
down in the water, grabbing them with their mouths and stuff. That's cool. I
That's-
want to see
that's dope.
I want to see a raccoon do that now.
I say they just like stand there real close to the water, and the fish comes by, they just reach in there and grab it. I mean,
Have y'all watched the new Mufasa yet?
I have not.
Dude, it's so good.
Yeah?
I'm obsessed with Lin-Manuel Miranda. I think I said his name right. The guy that wrote Hamilton, all the songs. He wrote the songs for Moana 1.
Oh, okay.
He's the
I
one
don't
that-
know who it is, but I know those. I know
Well,
that. Yeah.
He wrote the music. That's why Moana 2 sucks so bad, because they didn't bring him back. It's a trash movie, and you shouldn't let your kids watch it because it sucks. Anyways, sorry about that. I got a little passionate. But Mufasa, he wrote all the music for it.
Okay, it's some good music then.
Yes.
Yeah.
But anyways, Rafiki, the little monkey,
yeah, monkey.
he's just sitting on a stone in the middle of a pond, and all of a sudden, Mufasa in the movie's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Fishing." And he's sitting there, and he goes, "I don't think you're fishing." And then all of a sudden, he just reaches in without looking and just grabs a fish,
Oh.
and then talks to it and puts it to his ear and puts it back in. And Mufasa's like, "We're hungry, we're starving. What are you doing?" He's like, "Well, now we can share the water with the fish." I don't think he sounds like that, but anyways, I can just
Close
see
enough.
Rafiki can do it blindfolded with his eyes
Eyes
closed.
closed.
Yeah, I don't know. Just imagine. All right. Anyway, speaking of fishing, for greatness, let's dive into this episode. And we got our friend Elijah here. Let's go, y'all.
What's up? What's up?
Out of the dumpster and into your ears. The Trash Pandas podcast is finally here. Random, bizarre, no limits at all. Let's jump into the weird. Cannonball! The Trash Pandas podcast. The Trash Pandas podcast. Trash Pandas Podcast. The Trash Pandas Podcast. Kenny Paul.
Hey, what's up? What's up? Oh man, y'all are too much. Oh, thank you. Oh wait, okay, it stopped. I wasn't done being applauded. I'm just kidding. Welcome to episode 10 of the Trash Pandas Podcast, where we help you and you discover what is trash and what is treasure. Yo, what's up? I'm Christian.
I'm Clayton.
And today, guys, look at this, right on him. We are joined by a brand new guest, Mr. Elijah Hodge.
How's it going?
What's up? We're going to get to meet him soon, but we're going to get off him. Watch. Whoop. He's still there. But before we jump in, this is episode 10. You got any fun memories from episode 9? I learned, I'm going to get in trouble, Clayton said. He done read this little note I put in here. I learned that my wife may be a little bit psycho.
He's not going to have a good night tonight.
You know, she won't hear this tonight, so I'll be okay until she hears it. Y'all, if you haven't listened to episode 9, you need to go listen to it. She does some, who was it, Jorge?
Jorge? Oh, was it Jorge? It was from The Godfather. I remember that.
Well, she did I can't do it. The Godfather voice, but then she had this little Hispanic or Filipino man. She was I'm scared. I have been scared all week since we did that last week because I learned things I didn't know.
It'd be really creepy if she starts doing that like in her sleep. Just starts talking in those voices.
My brain's was somewhere else.
Oh my gosh.
I am Jorge. I'm done. I'm out. Good night. Oh gosh. Anyways, wow, that got weird quick. Or we talked about if you wear clothes off the chair, then that if that's trashy, then we're all kind of trashy people. Do you do this, Elijah? We talked last week about if it's trashy or not that people have like a chair. You take a shirt off or pants off and you throw them on the chair and you wear them again before you wash them. Do you do that?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. Yeah.
You're trashy with us, apparently. Apparently, we're pretty trashy.
Yeah.
Did anything fun that you remember that's gonna get you in trouble and take the heat off me now?
No, I don't think there's enough to get you out of trouble.
Dang. All right. Well, all right. So we said this last week. If any of y'all are interested in being on the Trash Pandas podcast, we want to hear from you, and we'll send you a questionnaire for anybody interested, so we can just get to know you a little bit before we bring you on. So I know if you're going to kill us or not, because we're recording this in my house and I don't want to die. But Elijah, my man over here, our friend, filled it out, and some of his answers to the questions got us a little bit excited, a little bit curious, and we're excited to find out a little bit more about who he is and what's going on. So, Elijah,
What's up?
welcome to the pod, man.
I'm excited, man. This is awesome.
Yeah. So,
Love it.
to start off, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you ended up here in. This is y'all's first time seeing it, but the big blue comfy chair.
Big blue comfy chair.
How did you get here, man? What you got?
Man, we met up more at young adults at church and got to talking, and then you told me about the podcast, and I was like, man, that sounds super awesome. And then when you invited me, I was like shocked. I never expected that. I'm like, man, never done a podcast before. That sounds awesome.
Us either.
And I'm like, let's do this. Like, let's go. I'm down. And then I got to watch the first 3 episodes, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is awesome.
Just super random.
Oh yeah, dude. It was random and it was funny, and I stayed engaged the entire time. I'm like, yep, I'm in. This is a blast. Let's do it.
Okay.
And now I'm here in the blue chair.
The blue chair, yeah.
Big blue chair.
The big blue chair.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. Anything you wanted the people to know. Before you do that, Elijah is new to our lives too.
Yeah.
You didn't know him before this, right?
No.
We met you like...
I just found out the other night that you're Amanda's son. I had no idea.
Yeah, it's my mom and dad that worked the cafe.
Yeah. We just met you, what, a month and a half, 2 months ago,
Yeah,
maybe?
it ain't been long.
It hasn't been long at all. When did you get... Our screen just messed up. There it goes. Technical difficulties. Call IT.
You call IT.
Call IT. Right.
When did you get... Anyways, no, I'll save that for you. Go ahead. Tell us about yourself a little bit.
Well, my name's Elijah, obviously. I love hats. I don't know what it is. I have this like infatuation with hats.
Are you bald?
No, I
Are
have
you
hair.
sure? Oh my God. I don't think I've ever seen his hair.
I have a full head of hair.
Okay.
Thank you, Jesus. You're amazing for that.
I ain't got that.
Clayton's jealous.
But I love hats. I've got enough hats. I could probably wear a different one every day for like 2 months straight.
Dang.
They're
Okay.
just everywhere.
I got shoes like that.
Yeah, I love hats.
Okay.
Yeah. Other than that, I don't know what else. I'm left-handed. I don't know. A lot of people don't know that probably.
Okay.
My nickname growing up was Lefty because I was the
Lefty?
only left-handed person on my baseball team.
There's always that one.
Throw the
It's
pitcher
always
off.
that one. It's stuck for like 20 years.
Dang. All right. Can I call you Lefty?
I mean, if you want, yeah.
All right. Nah, we'll get you an original name. It'll come.
You gotta get him a better one.
Yeah, we'll get you something better.
It's changed a few times over the last 10 years. Yeah.
Okay.
Now I'm at work. I'm called Yoder.
Yoder?
Yoder, because apparently I looked Amish. Yeah. So before I could grow
you have
up,
a mustache. I don't think Amish are allowed to have mustaches.
that I don't know. But before this beard was actually growing,
Uh-huh.
it was just real straggly down
Oh,
here.
dang.
I shaved one day, and the guy at work said, "Hey, are you Amish?" And I'm like, "No." He said, "You know the Amish shave when they get married, right? Did you get married?" No. He's like, "Your name's Yoder, isn't it?" Like, Jebediah Elijah Yoder. It's like, that's what your name is. I've been at this company for over 7 years, and it is stuck.
Jebediah.
Jebediah Elijah Yoder.
Jebediah.
okay.
That is a name.
Hey, my work uniform even says Yoder on it.
Yoder.
Jebby.
Just says Yoder.
Jebby.
Jebby. No.
I can't call you Jebby.
No.
Dang it. I was like, oh, here it is.
No, I don't know
No.
about that one.
All right, not Jebby.
No,
All right,
not
we will
quite.
call you. I'll find one.
We'll figure it out.
All right, man. Well, I met you. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think the first time I met you was when you got baptized at church.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Yeah, you baptized me.
Yeah, that was dope.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of weird for me sometimes, baptizing people I don't know.
Yeah.
Like it feels weird sometimes. I mean, I love it. I'm like, heck yeah, I would. I'd love to be a part of your journey.
Yeah.
But it's obviously cool when you know somebody before that. So
Oh,
not
absolutely.
getting to know you, but then now getting to know you after, it's been really cool.
Oh yeah, it's been a blast,
And
man.
how long ago was that? That's what I was going to ask. I didn't know if you were going to say it yourself. How long ago? When did you get
I think
baptized?
that was November.
Okay,
Is it
so
November. I think it was November.
all right, so yeah, we've known each other for a couple months.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, one of the things that you put on there was your hobbies and passions, and got a question.
Okay.
We'll just let you talk about it, but we'll guide it a little bit. What's your dream bike, and where's the first place you'd ride it to if you could go anywhere?
Dream bike.
I'm assuming you're talking about motorcycles.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I love motorcycles. Right now, I've got a Yamaha MT-07, 2024, brand new. I wrecked my old one last year, so I had to get something new. But my dream bike would probably be the MT-10 SP, which is just a bigger version of my bike now,
Okay.
but insanely powerful.
MT-10 SP
Yes.
bike. I'm gonna look it up so the people
Hey.
can see, because I don't know what the heck
This
we're
thing
talking
is
about.
awesome. Absolutely love this bike. My brother's got one. It's not the SP, but it's all black.
Oh
Huge.
snap!
It is a monster.
It looks sick.
Yeah, I got to ride my brother's one time, and it was like floating on rails. I was like, man.
So what about this is like what makes it so great versus? I mean, it looks like a lot of other motorcycles I've seen. It looks sick, but I mean, like, what makes it special? Why is it a dream bike? Besides, it floats. Like what?
For me, the way it rides and the way it sits. So
Okay.
what this bike is, it's the naked version of the sport bike. So it's no fairings on it. It's you sit on it more
Oh.
comfortably,
Okay.
and oh my gosh, it's the smoothest riding thing I've ever been on.
It looks cool. Oh, here's one with cool lights.
Yeah, they're awesome. And
Okay.
they're fast, and they're just amazing. They sound good. I'm like, oh my gosh.
They look fast.
Yeah, it's very fast. And I would like, where would I ride that at? Man, I'd like to do something like on the Autobahn where I can just open it up
That's where
Rip.
you want to go.
That's where I want to
as,
go.
as
Yeah.
fast as I can go or as slow as I want to go. I just want to ride.
Oh, what's the? It's down in, is it North Carolina or Tennessee? Somewhere. I think it's right on the border there. It's a Tail of the Dragon.
You mean like shirt I'm wearing?
Oh, I didn't even see it.
Yeah,
I never even.
Tail of the Dragon. I've been
didn't
going
even
there.
realize what you were wearing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is this that
I've
place
been
you were
there 3
telling me about?
times. Yeah.
That people die on?
Yeah. It's 318 curves and
so
like
funny
11 miles.
I was not even paying attention to the shirt you're wearing.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I've got like 20 of these shirts. I love them. They're my favorite shirts.
Didn't you? Is that the place you said there's a tree with motorcycle
Yep,
parts
it's
stuck in
called
it?
the Tree of Shame. So there's
Fitting.
it's called Deal's Gap.
Okay.
They've got like these little rooms you can rent, and then they've got a restaurant and like the merchandise shop, and then there's just a tree just sitting out there covered in parts.
Yeah.
Lots of parts.
That's crazy.
I know a few people with parts on that tree too. It's awesome.
I
Yep.
don't know that I would say awesome, but okay.
Well, they're okay.
Oh, okay.
Nobody died, thankfully.
I've never been, but I've always wanted to. That's
Dude.
something I've always wanted
Can
to
you
do.
drive
You can drive
Big
anything
cars?
on it,
Okay.
but if you drive your car and there's a motorcycle behind you, use a pull off.
Yeah.
So there's these parts of the road that have been like paved off to the side a little bit, and you just kind of pull off to the side and let people by because motorcycles like to go fast.
Yeah, I'll get out the way. I ain't trying to die. How
Those-
fast you think you could go in like my BMW? How fast do you think you can get down?
I mean, you can go as fast as you can handle.
How
you
fast
could
do you
probably-
think somebody could safely handle? That's what I meant. Yeah, like
I mean,
I don't
if
think you
you're
could get
not-
around the first curve. I don't know. Just
I mean, it is a BMW.
dang.
You could probably, safely do like 50.
Oh,
55.
okay. So it's not immediate curves.
Oh, they are.
Oh, they are.
Oh, they are.
They're
They're hairpin curves. You may not
Mhm.
do that on every turn.
Oh, snap! This is crazy.
Dude,
Crystal, I'm going to Dragon
Hey.
Land.
Tail of the Dragon's only like 6 hours away.
Dragon Tales, Dragon Tales. Let's all go to Dragon Land.
Hey, we
No,
can stop at
No.
you don't remember that show?
No.
Y'all didn't watch Dragon Tales?
Oh, I remember it. I think I was a little old for that.
What?
Yeah, I don't
We're
don't
the
think I
same
heard of that one.
age.
Yeah, I know, and it's scaring me a little bit now.
Look at y'all.
what,
Check
what,
this
ye-
out.
what year did that come out?
Dragon Tales. I don't know. Let's see.
What channel was it on? That's the important
I think it was
question.
I watched
PBS?
it at school. I have no idea.
I think it was PBS.
There's a problem. I was a Cartoon Network baby.
Yep.
100%.
It came out in 2000. No, whoa, 1999
Come out in 99?
on PBS Kids. Yeah, 99.
Huh.
So
Wow.
I didn't start kindergarten until 2000. So I watched that at school. I don't think I ever
Dang.
watched it at home.
I was only 3.
Oh,
Yeah,
I just
I didn't
okay,
realize
I just-
that we were older than you until the
Not
other
by
day.
much.
Just a
How
couple
about
years.
Just a couple
Yeah.
years.
Clayton's older than all of us.
Yeah, respect your elders here. you know.
Just kidding. What, I got a month and a half on you?
Actually, no, you're a month and a half older than me.
That's what I said.
Oh, I thought you said I was a month
On
and a
you.
half.
Well, it was a joke.
Oh, wasn't very funny.
I wish if y'all are on Spotify, I wish you could see my face. Okay. Anyways, so if you could live in the Star Wars universe
Oh,
or
man.
the Halo universe, which one and why?
Star Wars for sure. Because I have a chance of being a Jedi. I mean, everybody's force sensitive these days, so it would be easy. I could just go in there, concentrate real hard, and hope I'm a main character.
Would you be good or bad?
That's a tough one. When I play the games, I always end up being a good guy because I just can't find my way to be a bad guy to anybody in a fake game. So I'd probably be a good guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's so sweet, y'all. I can't even kill the people in the games.
That, or I'd be a Mandalorian and be a bounty hunter.
Yes.
Ooh, that's cool.
100%.
100%.
So, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't fangirl over Star Wars.
Yeah.
Even Crystal does. I like it. Crystal got me these dope. I'll show you when the pod's over. If it was in here, I'd show y'all too. Crystal got me these dope lightsabers for Christmas.
Oh?
Like, they are nice. I mean, they're not like Disney World $200 ones, but
Those aren't.
Yeah.
There's better ones.
okay. Well, it's not those super crazy ones, but I mean, they are sleek. They are nice. They make noises.
Oh.
But anyways, like, that's cool. And The Mandalorian was dope. But like, watching episode 1 through 6, sorry. I've seen them. I like it better than like Lord of the Rings because that's just a long walk somebody filmed.
Oh, what? No.
Hey,
No.
Yo, Lord of the Rings.
No.
Y'all need to find some better entertainment.
Lord of the Rings was great. It was really great.
Nah.
I mean, it's okay.
No.
I've
Yeah.
never like gotten into it as much as I thought I would, but
Yeah.
I like fight scenes. That's
Yeah.
cool.
I mean, I like Star Wars, but the way, like when I had a Jeep, I had a 2015 Jeep Wrangler. It was beautiful. It didn't look like it was. I think it was like 5 years old when I had it. It didn't look
Okay.
old. It looked brand new. So whoever had it before me took care of it. And whoa, that was loud.
really loud.
And it was like the stormtrooper, like it was white and
Oh,
black.
that-
So I had the little
yeah.
bobblehead stormtrooper that sat in it. And,
That's cool.
but it was just a theme. I
You
didn't
weren't a
really.
duck guy though, were you? You have a bunch of ducks on your dash?
I had one duck.
one duck. That's one too many.
Okay. Have you seen the meme where it's like when Jeep owners get home and it's a grown man in the bathtub
With a
playing with
bunch of
rubber
ducks?
ducks?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Dang. Yeah. I had one duck. I'm pretty sure it was a pity duck because somebody was like, "Oh, you don't have any ducks. Here's a duck." But it was nice. It was like had like really jacked up. It was jacked up. I'm not a car guy. I like the way they look. It had like a 2.5-inch lift and then like 35-inch mud tires, maybe. Is that the right?
I never saw it.
I don't remember. Anyways, the first time I took it on the highway, I thought I was gonna die because it was woo, 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 woo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was scary.
Jeeps are terrible at any speed over like 45.
That's what I said. I like to cruise at 45, and that
Yep.
felt fast.
And they all look the same. From brand new to like 1990. In my opinion. They're pretty well the same, except the interior.
No, the interior's trash. That's why I don't miss it. The only thing I miss about that Jeep was how beautiful it was. The inside was like I was in a third world country.
If you get like a 96 or older, then I don't know, because those were they had the leaf springs in the back.
Yeah.
So
Oh, man.
I can't say they probably rode like horse buggies
Yeah.
compared to like the newer ones now.
I don't know.
but-
The new ones still had like horse buggies.
Dang.
I think they still do. My
Yeah,
grandma's
they do.
got one. It's just a 2-door. It is horrible. Put a soft top on it for her, and I was like, I'm gonna go test it out. I'm like, I should have never got in this thing. It's horrible.
Soft. If you're looking for a new car and you see a Jeep with a soft top, just turn around and walk
don't.
away.
Yep.
If it's got a hard top, I can maybe see it a little bit, but that soft top, it's just as you're going
Yeah.
down the road,
loud.
it's
Make a bunch of
loud.
noise.
It's no insulation, even when it's a hard top, because you can take like the T-top parts off.
Yeah.
Nah, bro. It's a plastic shell. You can hear your voice echo off the roof. It's fun. I said this on the last pod, a couple pods ago. It's fun for like 3 days in the summer when you actually get to take the top off. And
Yeah.
you
When
go
it's
to
not
like,
raining.
Yeah, you go to like LBL or something. Yeah, when it's not raining.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Star Wars though. So you're picking Star Wars. Do you like Halo? Is that why that's in here or?
I love Halo. I love the video games and the books and the lore behind everything. Just that like futuristic-y, what Earth is gonna be, maybe never, but
Yeah.
it's cool. I like space travel and stuff like that. So I've always played the games and really loved it. But Star Wars is number one. Always will be.
What's the game? I grew up in Tennessee and a couple years older than you, but we played a game in computer class because back then we had to take a class for computers.
I did too.
But there was a Halo game and there were like 2 bases and we played it. That's all I know.
Sounds like the map Blood Gulch.
Sure, I don't
Yeah.
know. That's the
There's
only
a
Halo I've
blue
ever
side
played.
and a red side.
And you just go fight.
And you go back and forth. It's a
in the
huge
mountain.
map. Yep.
There's a little cutout.
Yeah.
Yeah, we played that in computer
Yeah,
class.
that was Blood Gulch.
That's
on
the
Halo.
only
That's
thing
on,
I ever
it was
played.
originally on the first Halo, but they've remastered it on other, other games.
This was probably 2008. We were playing in a computer class. I was a freshman.
Yeah.
We had, guys, for our younger audience, we had a keyboard class where they taught us how to use a keyboard.
Man,
Like how
I
to
remember
type.
having to hold my hands a certain way
Yep.
in elementary school, and like it had to be perfect. I was like, "This is horrible." I don't wanna do
Elementary
it.
school, they taught us that freshman year. And then we had a
So,
cover to
freshman year.
put
year.
over the keyboard
I did
so
it-
you couldn't see it and had to type.
I did it late elementary and into middle school. I never
Yeah.
did it in high school.
I did it in elementary.
Wow.
We'd try to get our work done as fast as we could so we could play Oregon
Play
Trail
games.
or
Yeah.
pinball or
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Now, I remember in junior high, if I had to type a report, I would talk to my mom and she'd type it for me because she was a
Fast typer.
front desk person. Yeah, she
Oh.
could type. If I had to type it, back then it was like, it would take me forever to do anything. How do y'all type though? How many fingers? What's your position?
I can do like a couple fingers, but I'm not like keeping them steady. I'm all over the place with both
Yeah,
hands.
I
I'm just everywhere.
I think I do use my pinkies for stuff, but mostly it's probably like this.
yeah, mine's
Well,
probably
no,
more,
this does stuff. Bro,
I probably like 3-finger type. That's about the best I got. I'm doing good with that.
I use all my fingers, but I gotta look at the keyboard.
I can look up longer now, but I'm mostly looking down at my fingers. But every once in a while, I can keep typing because I've been on a phone for so long.
Well,
I didn't realize I was that good now.
that's all I do. So
Yeah, keyboard warrior.
keyboard warrior. Unfortunately, I'm joking.
So if I was in Star, I'd pick Star Wars because I don't know too much about Halo. I would either be Darth Maul. I'd want to be like him because he was dope. They're supposed to make a series
You
about
wanna
him.
get
I
cut in
am
half?
excited about
Like I
that.
say, getting the cut in half part would be rough.
Yeah.
But somehow they're making a series about him. I saw, so I will watch that because I just liked his double sword.
Oh, yeah.
Or Mace.
Mace Windu?
Is that who had the purple
Yeah.
sword?
Yep.
Yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson.
You know
You
they
know-
made him. Is that what you about to say?
I was about to say, they were
Go
just say the only reason he has a purple lightsaber is because he asked George Lucas. He said, "What if I had a purple?" And he said, "Well, the good guys have green and blue, and bad guys have red." And he's like, "What about purple?" And he's like, "I might be able to do something. We'll
Just
see."
change the
He
whole
said,
game.
We'll see. And then boom, purple lightsabers are here.
And he's the only one that has one, right?
Technically, yeah.
Technically.
Dang. I
In
mean,
your,
my
like, official
lightsaber.
canon.
My lightsaber goes purple.
Ooh.
Hey, that sounds weird.
Yeah.
So what's let's continue into this information we learned from you. What's one crazy or unforgettable thing that you've got to do in each place between Hawaii and Colorado?
Oh man,
So
in
what's it-
Hawaii,
Okay.
I got to go to the Pearl Harbor and got to see the Arizona,
Okay.
the sunken ship where like it exploded with all the crew on board and everything.
What?
Yeah,
that's
like
in that's
the
in where?
memorial. It's in Hawaii at Pearl Harbor. You know,
Okay.
from
So, World War II.
What's it called? I'm gonna look it up.
the USS Arizona Memorial. Dude, I've never been somewhere and it's silent while you're there.
Yeah.
Nobody talks, real quiet, and you're literally right above the ship where it was sunk at, and you can still
Oh,
see
dude.
oil leaking out in
Yeah.
the water. I'm like, oh my goodness, it was crazy because you just get this like crazy feeling while you're there of like, whoa, like it's real.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's real. It happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you don't really get the effect of it or the seriousness of it until you're looking at it.
Right.
So you said you can still. I got it pulled up so they can see it. You're literally walking out over the boat.
Yeah, like they built this whole memorial
that?
Yeah.
over it.
But
And
you
then
said
there's
you
a-
can still see oil leaking
Yeah,
out.
there's still oil leaking out in certain spots. You can see there's like it's called like a sheen or something like that, where the oil's in the water and it kind of reflects off the sun.
That's
Crazy.
crazy, dude.
Super crazy. And there's a wall, a memorial wall, all the names. From the ship.
So I don't actually know about this. What happened? I mean, I get it was World War II, but like, what happened for them to all explode or whatever you just said?
So when the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor,
Okay.
okay, they were dropping torpedoes and shells and bombs on these boats. These guys are all sleeping, relaxing, unaware of what's happening. And a shell went through and hit the ammunition in the boat, and it exploded all of it. It blew
Oh
up.
crap!
It was instant. Boom.
You've never seen Pearl Harbor?
The movie, no.
You need to watch that movie.
You need to watch that movie.
But
Such a good movie.
We're watching that movie
help me for a second. You said this is Hawaii.
Yes.
Hawaii is.
Yes. In Hawaii.
in Hawaii.
You know where Hawaii's at?
No, I do, but yo, I suck at geographic stuff. So cut me some slack here. I have to pull a map up when we talk about states because I don't know where they're at.
It's west.
No.
It's surrounded by water.
Sorry about water.
No, hold up.
It's right next to Maui.
So Pearl
The island
Yo.
of Oahu, right? You know what?
Yo, Pearl Harbor
Man, this is,
is
different.
Pearl Harbor is in Hawaii.
Yes.
It's not real.
Bro.
Hawaii's the island. Pearl Harbor is the water
It's-
next to it.
Yeah.
I swear, I've always just our
What did you
education
think it
system
was?
has failed us. This doesn't make any sense now that I'm thinking about it. So before I say this, in my high school, we had a thing called academic decathlon,
Okay.
which you would think would be the smartest people in your school. Nay. We could get out
Christian
of.
was on that.
Oh, okay. I get it now.
You could not fail the class.
Oh.
You got to go to overnight trips and stay in a hotel as a high schooler.
Wow.
And sorry. And so you couldn't fail, and you didn't have to take it counted as a history credit.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So I got a free class that I couldn't fail, and I got out of history. Now you see where I'm at.
Starting to think you should have
Okay.
taken that class.
I should have taken it more history classes. And my grandpa was a veteran, and he loved history, so he hated the fact I never knew what he was talking about. I always thought in my mind that Pearl Harbor happened in the Gulf of Mexico.
Oof, way off, bro.
Bro, I never put it
Wow.
together. I mean, now that I'm thinking about it, that doesn't even make
Look,
sense.
if they're Japanese in the Gulf of Mexico, we're all in trouble.
Well, that's why I was like, I thought they got so close to home. Like, I didn't
No.
realize it was just there.
So
Oh, I have. Do you know what Hiroshima is?
or Nagasaki?
Is that the bombs?
No,
No.
Bro, no, what is it?
that's the cities that we dropped an atom.
Oh, wait, yes. I did. I'm sorry. We just dropped the bombs on their cities. Okay, no. I got you.
So out there in
Yo,
Hawaii,
I'm so slow.
they also have the battleship.
Wow.
The USS Missouri is out there too.
Okay.
You can go and like walk on it and tour it and everything.
Mm-hmm.
They keep this thing like spotless. It is so cool. They say that they can have that ship up and battle ready in 2 weeks. They always keep it ready.
Even though it's like a place everybody can go.
You ever saw the movie? What was it?
Battleship. Yeah,
That
and
was-
they lit it up and
Mm-hmm.
drove it out. And
I
fight
feel
the
like
aliens.
I feel like I've seen that movie.
It was
Okay,
awesome.
y'all, I don't know why I never knew this.
Oh man.
Now, cognitively, it makes sense. I've been to the Gulf of Mexico many times, so it makes sense that didn't happen. But I never realized Pearl Harbor was in Hawaii. America,
Oh, man.
your education system
goodness.
has failed.
I mean, what do you expect from a BMW driver? I mean,
Oh, right. Let's not talk about that
Dang.
history.
Ooh.
All right, so that's in Hawaii. That's really dope. I just learned something, y'all. Welcome to the Trash Pandas
Yeah.
podcast, where you're going to learn something. Thank you, Elijah.
welcome.
Thank you.
Happy to educate.
Yeah. So what happened in Colorado?
So in Colorado, I did something that I don't think I will ever do again because I've done it now.
Oh,
Is I went to Pikes Peak.
ooh, that's awesome.
what's in
Done
Pikes
that.
Peak?
Pikes Peak is like 14,000 feet in elevation. It's
Okay.
like the highest point in that area. One of the highest points, anyways. But like we're in a school bus
Ooh,
on these roads.
No.
So yeah. So after you get through the entry, you can park and they let you get on a school bus. And then you're taking these like hairpin
yeah.
turns
Yeah,
in a
it-
full size school bus. It's not a short bus. It's a full bus.
It's a great drive halfway up, and then once you get to the almost the top, it's like
It's terrifying. Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
Look, I am definitely
Dude,
terrified of
That's
heights.
the roads?
I've been there.
That's
So-
crazy.
Do you know who Ken Block is?
Yes.
Nope.
So what? Christian, come on, man.
This is the episode. Normally, I know what we're talking
Never-
about. I don't know
wait, wait.
anything we're talking about.
You heard of the unicorn?
Now you're just making stuff up.
Oh,
Oh, dude. So look, Ken Block is like this famous driver who is insane. Dude can
Okay.
probably drive, the rock from SpongeBob, the boulder. This guy can drive anything, okay?
Okay.
He took his unicorn and drifted it up this mountain.
Oh, is that this guy?
no, that's not him.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Keep going.
And on these turns, like just madman. And one of the corners, I remember it because that's the only corner I really looked at. As we were going back down, I'm like, that's the one he drifted around. And he rode on the dirt right on the edge of the mountain. I mean, after that, it's a drop.
Yeah.
You're dead. If you fall off of it,
Oh
gone.
my gosh.
And I remember going up this thing, and I'm just like, I'm sitting on the inside of the school bus, like, I'm not gonna look. I'm not gonna look. This is horrible. I'm over here taking pictures with my phone without looking. I'm like, I can't do this. It's terrible. I hate heights. I can't do it.
Yeah.
Anything over like 50 foot, I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
But I can blame work for that one. So
I hate forklifts.
Yeah.
Not forklifts.
man lifts.
Yeah, where you have to get in them and go up. We use
Yeah.
those at my IT job.
I'm okay as long as I have a harness. As long as I have a
Oh.
harness on, I'm good.
No, I'm not worried about that because we take them all the way up to run like audio and stuff in
Yeah.
churches. What the heck's a harness gonna do unless it's tied to the ceiling? Because this thing
It's
is like
just gonna
shaking.
catapult me into the ground.
Yeah, it's just gonna keep me
So-
stuck on there.
So I want you
No.
to think about that. There's a special kind of man lift. It's called a
Oh.
Bronto Skylift. You know what a Bronto is? The dinosaur? The real long neck?
Oh, okay.
Okay. They call it a Bronto Skylift. And they go insane heights. They make them that go up to like 500 foot.
Oh, that's the kind they put on the fire trucks.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. When I typed in Bronto Skylift, it brought up a bunch of fire trucks.
Really? That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, I got in one that went 250 foot in the air.
Nope. I'm out.
And
Nope.
I mean, you're that high in the air and the basket's shaking around 6 foot any direction. I'm like, this is not okay. It got hung on my machine. We were working on a tower for SpaceX.
No.
It got hung on my machine, and a dude was trying to bump it up, and it comes loose. Boom. We're 12 foot the opposite direction, and I'm just standing here like, panic. I have never hollered in my life as bad as I did that time. I mean, I'm surprised I wasn't crying. I was like, go down. Like,
I would have
"No."
been. I'd have been losing
I
my
was
mind.
hollering. I did not last after that. Now I can't hardly fly without, trying to go to sleep or take medicine, something.
I've still
It's
never
awful.
flown.
No?
No.
It used to be fun.
Yeah. I don't know. You see all these airplanes flying and breaking down, pieces flying off of them.
Lost.
Yeah.
I finally watched Lost.
You finally watched it?
You seen Lost?
I have not.
Bro, go watch Lost. So good.
No.
No.
It is really good, but the ending's super terrible.
No.
Oh.
Shh.
Super terrible.
I disagree. Crystal and I did not agree on the ending of Lost.
She didn't like it.
No. What happened?
Oh.
Anyways, like people have different theories about what the show is and what
Yeah.
happens and whatnot. And I found some people online that agreed with me. But not very many people do. So,
Well, is there anybody like famous in it, like that I would know? Any big name actors?
I did not like. There's people that got famous from it that are in other shows, and I never knew who they were. But when I watched Lost, now I'm like, oh, I've seen them in all
Oh,
this
I know
other
that
stuff.
person. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay.
like there's some people like the guy who's the guy that had the jawline, that was like the pretty boy in the
Oh.
show. He's in
Yeah.
Community.
Had the accent.
Yeah. He's in like Community, and I never realized that. But yeah, so interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going up that.
Yeah. So something funny happened. I went up there. It's like 100 degrees at the base of the mountain. We got up there, and it
It's
was like
cold.
in the 40s. Like it was freezing.
Okay, maybe I
went
want
up
to go
there
now.
in a cutoff shirt and shorts. I'm like, this was a mistake. I
You're
had to
like-
go straight in and buy a sweatshirt. I'm like,
That's how they get
this
you.
is how they get you. It was like a $70 sweatshirt. I'm like, yep, this
They
is how
got
they get
you.
people.
They got
Why
you.
didn't I think about this? Even crazier, there's people that run up it and bicycle up it
Nope.
Mhm.
Nope. I'm out.
on the road where the cars are and everything. I mean, it's one lane on each side, and that's it. And people are up this thing on bicycle.
Nope.
Nope.
We went to North Carolina or South Carolina as a youth group when I was in youth
Yeah.
for like they called it a mission trip. We went over there, and the house we were supposed to be helping build fell through at the last second, so we didn't really do anything. But we had a big people mover style church bus going up, and we had this lady driving the bus. I don't think she'll ever see this. And she was mean. Oh, she was mean as all get out. Like, we're trying to have fun, and she's, but she's flying up this mountain or down this mountain. I don't know. All I know is we look out the window, and we're this close.
Ooh.
We are like this close to the daggone mountain edge because the road's just cut out.
Yeah.
And she's just flying, and we're like, wait a minute.
Slow
And she's just
down.
like, shut up and sit down. And something happened. It was raining so bad on that trip that they had the windows kept fogging up. So they had to keep the heat on full blast just to keep the windows unfogged.
Oh man.
And I was sitting right in the seat over the heater. I was like, my shoes are melting. And they made fun of me, but I'm pretty sure my shoes melted a little bit. That junk was hot.
I bet.
But yeah, so those are some pretty. I just learned a lot of stuff, y'all. Welcome to the Trash Panda podcast, where look,
Get a dose of
y'all about to
history.
introduce to our new sound. You ready?
Treasure.
That was a treasure moment, not
Trash.
That's so creepy. Okay. Dang. So, what about like your work life, right? You have tell us about your what it is you do actually, and then what's the coolest thing you've ever got to work on, and I'll say it vaguely so you can explain what's going on.
Oh man. So right now, I'm about to switch jobs, but currently I'm a field machinist. So
Okay.
I go out and I cut anything made out of metal. I can
Okay.
cut it and make it new, or cut it out, replace it, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So, oh man, I already kind of said it, but coolest thing I think I've ever got to work on was the launch tower for SpaceX.
That's
Like
kind of
at
dope.
Cape Canaveral, where they launch the rockets on the pad,
Awesome.
like the 250 foot.
Yeah.
That was the tower. We were working on the crew arm,
Oh,
where the people will walk down it and get onto the ship to get launched up into space.
that is awesome.
It was crazy. I've been to their site in California, and we do some work in it's down in Texas. I can't think of the name. It'll come to me eventually. But it's super awesome. We get to work on their pads and get to see the rockets launch and everything.
Dude,
Like-
that's crazy.
My first time there, I was sitting in my hotel room. They shut everything down for the day because they were going to launch a rocket. Okay. They told us the time and everything. Completely forgot. Sitting in the room watching TV. Hotel starts to shake. I'm like, what is happening right now? And then it clicked. The rocket. So I run outside and I look up just to catch a glimpse of that thing curving a little bit and then straight up.
Is
There's a Starlink rocket.
oh okay. So
Yeah.
they were just launching Starlinks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I was gonna ask, were you all a part of the one where I only know of this because of Joe Rogan talking about it, where they launched a rocket, it came back down and flipped and landed itself.
So I'm not 100% sure. It was in California. And
Okay.
Gosh, where was that at? Oh my goodness. I got a like work email that would say the name of the place, but I don't remember. But
Yeah.
we were there in California working on it, and then like a week later that video happened and they did it. So I don't know if it was that platform
Yeah.
or if it was a different one, but it was super cool.
That's insane.
We worked on the mechanism where they bring the rocket in flat, they stand it up, and then it locks. The locking mechanism is what we worked on.
That's so cool.
Like I'm machining like tight tolerances too. So if you take one of your hairs and split it 3 times, I cut in one of those 3, like 1,000ths of an inch.
That's awesome.
It's
How?
insane.
It's like micro soldering on steroids. I've micro soldered before for tech stuff, but Lord, I'm trying to
It's-
think
it's-
how small that
It's
is.
wild. Yo, like I said, take a hair and split it 3 times, and one of
Take
those
one of
is
your
what I can
hairs
cut
out.
stuff. Just grab it.
Yeah, there's not much up there.
Well, just look at how thin it is. That's crazy.
Dude, we do some wild stuff. I mean, I've worked on like military vessels. Like there's a place up in Wisconsin called Fincanterry Marine. They
Okay.
built the littoral combat ships, the LCS class battleships or whatever.
Yeah.
I've worked on several of those. We do a bunch of work for them. Like we machine their radar foundations.
Okay.
We do a bearing pinning on their shaft line that like helps propel the boat. We do that. Oh my goodness, their engine foundations that the engines will sit on. We machine those. Do it all.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, you got a
Hey,
fun job. I mean, I know you're leaving it soon. You want to talk about that? Like you're changing
So-
jobs soon, potentially?
Yeah, so like I love this job. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Sounds
I
amazing.
went to Hawaii for 3 weeks and got paid for it.
That's
like a
awesome.
big
Sign me-
vacation.
No, never mind. Don't sign me
Hey.
up. Just kidding. I've
I
already
had
heard
my
too
own
much.
condo. It was awesome.
Dang.
Like super, super cool. And you know, it's a lot of fun. I've been all over the country, north, east, west, south, everywhere. And the problem with it is the uncertainty of when you'll be gone and how long you'll be gone.
Yeah.
Like I got 3 kids, you know,
Yeah.
and they're all young. And just in the last couple of years, I've looked back to like, man, I've missed a lot.
Yeah.
You don't really get that till you start looking back at pictures like, dang, I wasn't there for that. I missed this holiday, whatever.
Yeah. That's rough.
And I'm like, you know, it's time to take a step back and focus more on my family and be home for them.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I'm at on that.
Okay.
Doing,
I
trying to be home.
respect it. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Heck
Because,
yeah.
I mean, if I didn't have kids, dude, you'd never see me. I'd be gone there all the time. 'Cause
all the
it's
adventures.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, cause some jobs are rough, but most of the time we get to do fun things. We go see new things, like Colorado,
Yeah.
and I mean, it's insane. The potential and the possibilities are limitless.
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
crazy. I almost got to do so one of the parts of our IT job that we do is we do like church audio and lights and the video walls we have at our church.
Yeah.
We do that kind of stuff.
That's cool.
And we somewhat have a partnership with this company out in California.
Yeah.
I just lost the name of it, but it's probably good that I don't say it. They're huge. Like they own warehouses connected to all these giant warehouses that like Disney owns out in California. Where is that? Did y'all watch the show Chuck?
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
Where's he from?
Is it San Diego?
No. It's Burbank.
Burbank. Yeah. Burbank.
So this business is out in Burbank, and
Okay.
they're one of like the biggest audio video people in the world. Anyways, we did a partnership with them, and they were wanting to expand into the East Coast more because they're all over the place.
Yeah.
You'll probably be able to figure out if you're studious about who it is, but they invented the owner that we know and we're tight with or whatever. He invented these travel vans that like those vans that are like bigger in the back and you open them up and you can walk in them. You can record an entire Netflix TV show with the gear that fits in that van. You pop it out and boom, you're set up and ready to start recording. Like it's really cool. He patented all this stuff. I don't know. It's crazy. But he wanted to come to the East Coast, and this is right around the time I met Crystal. Because when we started getting serious, I was like, all right, I got some paths. I need to choose which one I'm going down. And one of them was to probably move towards Nashville about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And be based out of there. And basically my job would be up and down the East Coast.
Oh man.
Going to like, they were the ones that filmed. Don't quote me. It could be the wrong name. I want to say Alicia Keys. Somebody did a music video shoot. I don't know if it was live or not, but did a music video shoot on top of the Empire State Building.
Oh wow.
So like their company did that. So that's the kind of
cool.
stuff I was about to get to do. And
Yeah.
as an Enneagram 7, I was about to live my best life, but I was like, Crystal, are you ready to leave? Like, if we're getting serious, I ain't trying to lose you. Are you?
Yeah.
Is this a cool possibility? I was like, if we do this, you don't have to work. Like,
You
that's
just
big
tag
money.
along,
You just
yeah.
come for the adventure.
Man.
But I don't know. I've decided I wasn't going to do that, and I stayed here, which is probably good now since the pastor stuff happens. But
Oh yeah.
God knew what he was doing. But I don't know whatever happened to that because obviously I didn't go, so I don't know what they wound up doing. But that was almost my cool 7, or my 7. Do you do the Enneagram at all? Okay, we'll have to. I'm
No, you
interested.
have to show me that.
I have some thoughts. Clayton doesn't like it.
No.
But that was almost my fun career adventure to be able to go and do that. But I don't know. I've
That's
always
it.
been connected to church. So like,
Yeah.
I never like my older brother. He works out on the ships that go to like not in the river. They're out on the ocean,
Yeah.
and they go to Trinidad and stuff all the
Oh,
time.
dang.
So. I feel like I probably would look different too, but if I'd got those kind of jobs, but I was always too tied to church. Like that sounds like a bad thing. I don't mean it in a bad way, but I always served too much, so I was like, I can't leave. So
Yeah, like that's been a big thing for me. Like I can't be involved with anything
yeah,
because they could call me tomorrow and be like, "Hey, you're leaving.
yeah,
We'll see you in a couple weeks."
Right.
Or I'll be at work. I have shown up to work thinking that nothing was going on. Been told, "Hey, go home, and pack your bag. You're leaving today."
oh snap! Okay,
We have your flight booked for this time. See you later.
and you're
I
just
mean,
like,
yeah, I'm like, oh, okay, here we go. Let's rock and roll. You know, it's been crazy, but it's time to back up and be home.
yeah,
Right.
I like it. I mean, that's cool. I have a 5.5-month-old now. I know y'all know that, but
Yeah.
some of y'all may not. And dude, it really is so different.
Yeah, it is life changing.
Because it's like, what do I want to prioritize? I do a lot of different type of jobs all the time, and it's kind of like, yay, money, which is great, but then it's just like, okay, but what's more important?
Yeah.
And that's a weird place to be because I came from nothing.
Yeah,
So the fact that I found a way to make something as far as monetary gains
yeah,
that my family pretty much never did, it was like, yes, I've arrived, and now I'm like, that
but
didn't.
it's not worth like
not at all.
Money is necessary and you have to have it.
Yeah.
But I'm never gonna get that time again.
Mhm.
You know, once
Right.
it's gone, it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
it's time to make do while I can.
Yeah.
You know,
and-
like I could make a killing doing this job. I could work all the time. I could make more money than most people ever make in their life.
yeah.
But what's the point? I'm never home to spend it, and
Mm.
I watch my kids grow up through a phone. No,
Yeah.
I ain't trying to do that.
Yeah.
That was a realization I had that changed my whole. We're at the beginning of January when we're recording this. Y'all won't see this till the end of February. Sorry, but thinking about your life as most people do at the end of a year, starting a new one.
Yeah.
And like I had this whole realization that changed a lot this last year. Like I made less money in 2024 than I did in 2023.
Yeah.
But it was intentional.
Yeah.
Because like in 2023, I'm a very relational person. Like I just like hanging out. I like to know people. This kind of thing. Like this is. I wish I'd have done this forever ago. This is cool, but I didn't know you yet, so that's why it didn't happen. God got a plan.
That's right.
But in
Gotta meet me
2023,
first.
yeah, like the way the big money side of my job works is I don't make money unless I have a ticket to work, which I can go find tickets. I can,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I can go and find more jobs. So all of a sudden, and I can make multiple tickets in the same hour, so I could like rack up.
You really rack it up.
But then all of a sudden, like I didn't have lunch with people. I didn't, because I make my own schedule, and all of a sudden, people became expensive.
Yeah.
Right. So it's just like if I'm gonna hang out with you, then you might have just cost me 5 tickets. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, I pushed everybody away, and all of a sudden, I was like, I have all this money, which is not. It's not a flex. I mean, little Christian, it would have been because he was poor growing up. But it was like, dang, I got everything I wanted. I got shoes, I got instruments. I've done sold half of them, but I had like 10 guitars I don't have time to play. And then it was just like, I don't want all this crap.
Yeah.
Like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Like,
Why have it?
And that was my big thing too. So it's just like, nah, I'd rather not do this.
Oh yeah. I was right there with you, man.
So this is cool. So for y'all that have been here for 10 episodes, this is launch week. So Elijah's only heard the first 3, for example. Y'all have only, by the time we're recording this, y'all have only heard the first 3. But we're trying to take pieces of it a little more serious. We still got some fun, dumb stuff to come. We love our trash or treasure and all that crazy stuff. It's not, stay with us. It's going to stay like that. But, evaluating and being like, hey, we have this platform that hopefully you guys are still listening. So we want to kind of make more serious moments like this when we can. And we're all men of faith.
Yeah.
And that's a big part of our lives. So we've got already a little bit serious. So I got a couple questions in that realm I want us to kind of dive into. Before we get, again, if you're only here for the fun and wacky, Jesus gonna save you through this. No. Sorry. But we're getting to that. So just hang out with us, okay? But I got a question, and this can go to you too. It's still a part of your getting to know Elijah, but what is it like balancing faith with being in such a hands-on, demanding style career? Because, and I'll preface, because y'all are not construction workers, but that's what people think. Like, oh, if you work in the construction world, then that's like the most vulgar you could get. That's the most, you know what I mean? Like that's that's like the pirate ships of sorts.
It's like walking around on a pirate ship.
Yeah,
It's
yeah. So
insane.
So not dogging any of those environments by any means, but what I'm saying is, it's like, so how are you guys as men of faith? How do you deal with balancing? Hey, I'm a man of these standards, these morals. I live for this calling, but I'm also in this environment all the time. How do y'all deal with that?
So recently, I mean, like you said, I got saved late last year. So before that, I was bad. I was just like everybody else, had trash mouth, and I'm like, this is bad.
Yeah.
Like, I've got to find a way to change this, and it's hard. Like, because you're so used to being around it, and everybody's F-bomb this, S-word this, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. Like, I stopped and listened for real for once, and I'm like, I'm over here counting it. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I sound like. I've got to make a way to change this, and it took some time, but I've gotten to where I can, like, completely stop. I'm dropping it. Every once in a while I slip, human, but I try not to. And when I'm at work, I try to avoid, when people start throwing it out like crazy, I just walk away. I'm like, I got to just step away from this. I don't need to hear this, or like, hey man, calm down. Like, for example, I was at Chuck E. Cheese for a birthday party.
Yeah.
And
Wait.
Hey!
Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Sorry. Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
And one of the parents that were there was dropping the F-bomb every other word, like 15 times in a sentence. I'm like, we're in Chuck E. Cheese. What are you doing? Calm down.
Yeah.
And like at work, I'm like, dang, like y'all gotta chill out with this a little bit. Like, there's no need for it. It's just, I feel like a lot of people, it's become secondhand nature.
Yeah.
It is their vocabulary, and it's just how they express themselves.
Yeah.
So I had to learn to express myself without the need of that vulgar language, because you don't need it. You just sound ignorant the more you use it. And I'm like, I got to stop.
That makes sense.
Took me retraining myself to do it, but
Yeah.
it's worth it 100%.
That makes sense. I grew up with a grandma, my mama. I miss her. She was the best. I grew up with my mama who the F word was the word fart. So like I never like cussed or whatever people call it, because that's what we're talking about at the moment. But I had this little phase. I was the golden boy in the church I grew up in. Like, the Christian could do no wrong. That got me in a lot of trouble because I got away with a lot of crap. But for the most part, I was a good kid. But I had this little stint where I was like I tried to cuss and be cool and and I remember like on the playground one day, like we're playing basketball and chubby little Christians running down the court, and I'm dropping words like crazy. And this one dude looks at me and goes, "I thought you were a Christian." Bro, I was like, I am. What do you mean? Because at the end of the day, this is where my stance always is. I don't cuss. Crystal doesn't, and I haven't met a lot of people that like even like if I stub my toe, it's like it doesn't slip. It's not in there. Does that make sense? And it's not like, oh, I'm better than anybody else. It's just not something I've done my whole life.
Yeah.
Except for that, couple months where I thought I was cool.
It's not.
But but at the end of the day, because I posted this on social media one day and I got in a lot of trouble, a bunch of religious people, because I don't choose to do that, because my first thought is always, oh, I thought you were a Christian. That's because that's what I'm programmed to think. But also at the end of the day, my question on social media was, it's just a word. I believe your words have power, but they only have the power of the meaning we give them.
Yeah.
So like, I had a little religious lady in the church I grew up in, because I say crap and darn and dang, and she's like, well, you're just Christian cussing. And I was like, no, I'm not. But technically, society said the F word, the F bomb, was bad, and like dang wasn't, or I don't know, Crystal says fiddlesticks. Or, fart,
Sack of potatoes.
You sack of potatoes.
I say that a lot.
Yeah. So I'm in no way condoning, hey, go cuss. But at the end of it, like I'm always like torn. Like, I don't dog people necessarily.
Yeah.
I was the kid in school that'd be like, don't use that language around me. But then I realized one day, so I don't know if it's something you've ever thought of. I realized I was asking people to be fake around me.
Yeah.
So I definitely understand, like, hey, y'all are going crazy. I'm going to need to excuse myself if y'all don't want to change.
Yeah.
Because then it gives them freedom to want you around or be like, all right, cool, I'll dip. But, like, I would be like, hey, don't say that word around me. And it's just like, I'm never going to reach those people, for example, that may need it, because I've put myself higher than that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a really weird line, because it's just a word. But as soon as I hear somebody that I'm like, oh, they're a Christian, and then they're like, F this, and I'm like,
whoa,
I thought they was a Christian.
But because like everybody slips every once in a while, and especially people who are stuck around it. Like, since I was 18, I worked at a shipyard in Paducah. Some rough individuals down there. They're the kind of people that they're miserable, so you're going to be miserable. And it really just molds you the wrong way.
Yeah.
That's that point where you've got to learn to still surround yourself with the right kind of people.
Yeah.
And don't always be surrounded by those kind of people, because they will just turn you into them. And boy, did they.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah. It was bad for a long time, but I am away from it, and I'm doing a lot better. And because there's no need for it. Like, if other people want to do it, go ahead. But for me and my sake, I'm not going to. Yeah. I want to be better.
Yeah. I got you. I like it. I mean, we're called to be set apart. And I think sometimes it's really, church world is a little scary sometimes when culture doesn't look any different. People don't look any different.
Yeah.
vibes, if you will, don't feel any different. Like it'd be different if church world, kingdom culture was influencing normal culture. Then it makes sense we look like that. But yeah, it does get a little scary sometimes when you take a look around. And this is not a dog on anybody in particular. It's just like you look around, you're like, basically, you're still living like the world. You just gave up a Sunday and a Wednesday. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like there's nothing different here.
Yeah.
So therefore, if there's no hope, then why am I calling out to your God whenever my life's falling apart or whatever? How am I trying to live?
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So that makes sense. Be set apart, be living above. You got any thoughts about, I mean, and they're not necessarily saying the people that you work with are heathens by any means, but just the kind of industries you're in. You know, you're not working in a church, you know, for instance. And
Well, mine's a little different. I work from home, so I mean, the only people
that guy in the mirror won't shut up.
Yeah, I know that mirror.
Calling
it just-
HR on that guy.
constantly. But even when I go in the office, it's not like that at all, really.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's good.
I don't think a single one of my, coworkers, I don't think any of them cuss at all. So I mean, that's nice.
Well, so let's open this up some because I'm not even just talking about.
And I was gonna take it a different.
Oh,
route.
okay, yeah, go ahead.
I mean, I was going to talk about my old job before I had this job.
Okay.
I used to work at a manufacturing plant, and
Yeah.
here's the mic. Me
Cutting
talking
out.
so y'all can hear me.
Yeah.
I used to work at a manufacturing plant before I got to where I am now, and we'd work 10-hour shifts Monday through Friday and every other Saturday.
Oof.
Dang.
And I lived about an hour from where that was.
Oh,
So
God.
I
That's
drive
even
an hour
worse.
there, work 10 hours, and then drive an hour back. So it was like working 12-hour shifts
That's
Monday
my
through
life.
Friday.
I'd have died on the drive. I'd have fell asleep.
I did it for
Yeah.
4.5 years.
Man.
And it was rough. But I mean, it was my life, really. I mean, I went there, I worked. I mean, I made friends there. And I mean, when I wasn't there, I didn't connect with anybody. I mean,
Yeah.
I looked forward to going back to work because that's where my friends were. That's where
all your connection
Dang.
points
connections were.
Yeah.
And that kind of, and then when my days were off, when I finally got a day off, sometimes I didn't really feel like going to church. I hate the sounding like that. That's terrible. But
Yeah.
I mean, there was some days I didn't want to go to church because it's my final one day off I
Yeah.
get here. But I still went to church, and but I mean it was hard. I mean, just working day in, day out, and then I mean
Constant. That's a lot
Constant.
of time
Yeah.
having to work. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, your day, that's 12 hours basically.
Yeah.
And you work, you drive home, clean up, eat, go to bed.
Yeah.
yep.
And that's
That was
every
it.
day. That's awful. That would
Mhm.
suck.
Yeah.
I'm so happy I got the job I
Yeah.
have now. I mean,
bet.
but
Yeah.
Wait.
no,
Y'all
no.
smell that?
I-
He's brown nosing them again.
It's great. I work 4/10s now. I get Fridays off.
That's
I love it.
That's
It
my new
is
job's
nice.
gonna be 4/10s, but I think I'm gonna work Tuesday through Friday, and every third week I'll work a Saturday
Tuesday through Friday. You still gonna be able to hang out with us on Wednesdays?
all the time.
Hey.
All the time. Hey,
Yeah.
I'll be there every Wednesday, baby.
Use 419,
Yeah.
baby. All right. So, and I got one more really good question before we get into the silliness again. We're here to have some fun, but before we get into our last, before we go to craziness, tying into this one still, I don't know, anything broader you want to share, outside of just language, the grind of trying to work or having to work so much and still trying to go to church. But what about when you think about because we're supposed to be set apart, and sometimes you get into okay, I may look a little different or I may talk a little different, but living a life for God, how does that? Because you're really new to this, so you may even be more fresh to explain besides just my mouth was crazy. What do y'all see any difference, or do you see any struggle? Because I have a church job. I work part-time as a youth pastor, but then I also do have a full-time job in IT. And for me, one of my struggles, if you will, for balancing the fact that like the faith, like, because you don't ever want to compartmentalize God. Like, oh, okay, I need to go to work, so let me put God back in his box and go to work.
Yeah.
But sometimes naturally, I get such in a mindset where, and the owner of the IT company is really good at reminding us this, because Scripture says that, like, everything you do, you're not working for man, you're not working for your bosses, you're working for God. So do it to the best of your ability. But what the owner of the company is really good at doing is like, hey, this is a ministry, like, which sucks sometimes because it's how I get paid and it's how I feed my family. And sometimes he's like, hey, no dog on him. I get it. It's to be remembered. Sometimes he's like, hey, those people are having a hard time. Let's cut their bill down some.
Yeah.
That means I make less money for the work, the same work I did. So sometimes I struggle because I'm like, I don't want to be generous right now. I need a paycheck. I'll go tithe or give money to the church and be generous. I need to make some money.
Yeah.
So I struggle just being like getting in that work mode and subconsciously, it's really bad to say as pastor, but subconsciously getting in a routine. So therefore I get so focused on whatever stuff's going on techie wise, and 15 customers are calling, and we don't sell ice cream. So people call IT when they're mad, not when they want to tell you how great you are. So I'm like, aha, what's up? And they're like, I hate your guts. And I'm like,
my bad.
Jesus loves you. But that's not my first thought all the time. It's more like, oh my gosh, would you quit complaining, you crybaby? If my customers are listening, I love you. But I mean, I'm talking about people only call when they're upset. So sometimes I subconsciously compartmentalize God to the side, and I'm like, I'll work on my sermon when I'm done. I'll get into my Bible when I'm done. Right now I'm working, which is not good. Like I need, you know what I mean? Like you don't want to put God in a box because he should be the center of our life. You know what I mean? So anything like that you're like, especially you being so new, but even you being in this for a while, anything that you're like, man, this is what I struggle with going through, or this is what even I notice is different. Like I could see how I act different in these moments, or anything like that. Wait.
Yeah.
I know that's a loaded question. That's a loaded question.
So like for me, something that's been super helpful to keep me active is the YouVersion Bible app.
Yeah.
Like I'm bad about remembering to bring my Bible. Like when I travel and I'm on the road, work is 100% of my focus.
Yeah.
I will work 12 hours a day, come back, shower, go to bed.
Yeah.
I was really bad about stopping and not watching TV or scrolling through TikTok and finding time to get on there. I've got plans that I do daily, or just reading the Bible, anything. And it was a big change after I finally stopped being just a believer and became a follower and started diving in the Word and reading and trying to understand things. And like, it was hard. First couple of times I'm like, hey, stop what you're doing. Quit worrying about the TV or what's on. Open up the Bible app. Just read something, anything. It was a hard habit to really dig myself into because I was just so used to, oh, I'm tired, and just sprawl out on the bed, order some, DoorDash and watch TV. And I'm like, I gotta make a habit of reading Bible and doing these devotionals and plans and stuff. And that was a big change where I saw a change, and it helps me understand more when I'm reading it. And like sometimes I'll get like daily verses that just boom hit me like, whoa.
You're like, all right, God, I'm listening.
Like I'm listening. I needed that. That was really needed today. And man, like one of those verses changed my life.
What was that?
It's even my phone background. I keep it in my phone background, so I always have it. I'll read it to you. It says, let me just pull it up. We're gonna make this easy.
Yeah, get it.
So I even saved it.
About
to give me a second.
Yeah.
Like,
bringing out the scripture.
I gotta scroll it all the way back.
Woo! Welcome to the Trash Pandas podcast. We getting the Bible out now. I forgot we're still live.
All right. Oh boy.
Oh.
All right. So it says.
All right, bet.
It's from Philippines. It says, "I am certain that God, who began the good work within you, will continue His work until it is finally finished."
Come on.
And I mean, that stuck with me like the very next day that I gave myself to God, and I'm like, "Yep, all right, well here we go. Let's get rolling, baby. It's time to start." and it's just been there.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's my phone background. I keep it there every day, so I don't ever forget. I read it every day.
That's
I
good.
love it.
Awesome.
So do you have a background? Did you grow up around church, around godly people? And so like, you had that seed in you from back then, or is this a whole, I mean, I know your mom, so I know that she's really, really godly and she's an awesome woman. But I mean, like, you know what I'm talking about? Were you raised around church or anything like that?
So I grew up like as a kid going to church, going to Sunday school and Sunday night and Wednesday nights. And as I got a little bit older, it kind of, my parents bounced around a bunch of different churches. It was never like a planted church that we stayed. And then as I got older, they stopped making me go. Because, I mean, it got to the point where, like, I don't want to go. Like, I believe in God and I believe, all this, but I'm tired of doing it. It was just bad. It was really bad. It was
I got you.
really bad excuse. But I just stopped going and lived my life for me. I was worried about me and what I needed to do and what I could do. And I stopped worrying about that. I just pushed it aside. And it hadn't been up till, like, the last couple of years that I really started going to church again and stayed kind of active. I travel. So last 7 years, I haven't really been there because I'll go when I'm home. But if I'm not home, I'll just whatever. And finally, it was like, all right, this is not right. I've got to make a change. And it took me stepping back and realizing I'm a believer, but I've never been a follower. And when that realization hit me, I was like, dang, like, this is wrong. Like, I can believe in God all I want, but if I'm never a follower, I'm just, what am I doing? I'm not doing anything good. I'm not doing anything. I'm still living for me. I'm not living for him.
Right.
And this really cool place I went to, my dad invited me. It was just out of the blue. It's called Man Up Camp. Bunch of guys go out, camp, cook on a fire, and
I
literally
saw where
sleep
y'all
on
were
the
going to
ground.
that. Yeah.
Super awesome. Changed my life entirely. And that was the time I gave myself to Christ, and I was like, all right, let's make a change.
Yeah.
It's time to live right.
That's awesome because James, I looked up the verse because I couldn't remember where it was. James 2:19 says, even the demons believe.
Yep.
So a lot of people were like, I believe in God. So that's cool.
Yeah,
You were like, I'm a believer.
It's easy to believe.
Yeah.
But being a follower is a completely different task. I mean, it's
because there's that full surrender. And because if you think about how the disciples in the New Testament, when Jesus showed up and he was like, hey, come follow me.
Yeah. That
didn't mean like, I go to church when I want to. I read my Bible when I want to. They dropped everything.
Yeah.
And they followed him. So that's dope. I like that you were like, I was a believer.
Yeah.
Because then I was like, I was like, there's a lot of people that are believers.
Yeah, but
it's
easy to believe.
Step out and be like, you know what? No, I need to go all in. God save me. And
like, I'm going to live my life for Christ now. I'm not going to, I'm going to stop living for me and I'm going to live for him. And one of the coolest thing from the Man Up Camp, and I got it on a bracelet, wear it every day. Best thing it got me is that your story isn't over. It's a new chapter. Time to move it, make it right.
Dude, I love it. Come
It's
on.
awesome.
Amazing.
I like
great.
that.
Yeah.
That's good. What he started a good work in you, he's going to finish it.
That's right.
And that puts it on. And what's cool is that means, like, think about that. He's going to finish it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't finish it. You can't finish it.
No.
He just said, follow me, and he going to take care of the rest.
That's right.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Because then it's like, all right, no pressure. I'm just going to do whatever. You say go here, I'm going to go. You say stop, I'm going to stop.
That's
You
right.
in the lead, I'm just following.
That's right.
Bro, it takes that just hit me. Like, as like men in society, I know society trying to change this, but most of the time, men are the head. That's how it's supposed to be. But like, they're the lead. So all the pressure is on them, right?
You. Yeah.
So to be like, and I think that's where that childlike comes in, right? I don't have to be in charge.
Yeah.
That's his job.
Yeah.
I just gotta be like, all right, wake up, God. What do you want from me today? I got a plan. This is how you want to see your life change. Some start praying this when you wake up. All right, God, you already know what my plan is today. I got to go to work. I got all these meetings. I got to write whatever.
Yeah.
I got Trash Pandas podcast later. You know my plans. So I'm about to start walking my day. I'm listening. You talk to me. You deter me anytime you need to.
Yep.
But you stay listening. You stay praying. Because scripture says, pray without ceasing, right? So we're always, that doesn't mean we're on our face 24/7.
Yeah.
That's impossible. We ain't monks, right? I don't want to be a monk. They probably eat some turtles, like beef. I don't know. They eat some nasty soup that ain't got nothing in it. I don't know. But that's like, hey, I'm going through my day. God, I'm still listening.
That's right.
Dude, that was really cool. That's why I tell youth all the time, it ain't intimidating to pray.
No.
I mean, you can have those
to.
moments where you lock yourself in the closet and you're really going after God, but that's not 24/7. You can't do that. It's
No, you
more
gotta
like
talk to him like he's your friend. Like,
Yeah.
Just like we're talking now. It's
Right.
as simple as that.
yeah, God, did you see that idiot cut me off? Please help me, because I called him an idiot. it's like that.
Yeah. Forgive me, Lord. I'm sorry.
So just waking up and being like, God, whatever you have for me today, because sometimes it may be for me. He may do something for me, or he may just use me that day for you.
Yeah.
Right? So
Absolutely.
dude, all the pressure's off.
Yeah.
That's so
dude.
cool.
It's like a weight.
Woo!
It's like losing weight that you never thought you could lose. Like, I was walking around for years with what felt like a mountain on my shoulders.
Yeah.
It always felt like there was tons of pressure and I have to do anything I can because I was after me and what can I do for me? And
Yeah.
it just made unbelievable amounts of pressure on my own self for no reason.
Yeah.
And when all that, it all went away. It just, boom, gone.
Hey, bro, he's spitting.
Hey.
Let's go.
It's
All
like,
right.
yeah, it's great.
Dude, I love it, man.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
It's the best.
Well, I got one more question if y'all don't have anything to add to that.
I'm good.
All right. So, last question. And y'all can take a moment to think about it because I already thought about it. So I got an answer. So I can go first if you need me to. But if y'all got something locked, that's cool. What's one way that you've seen God show up in your everyday life lately? So recently, like something that God's shown up in your just normal day. And I can go first. I'll let y'all think. So we're recording these way ahead, as we already talked about. But last night in youth, we had our first night of the year, and I talked about a message. These dudes are awesome, and they hang out with us on Wednesday nights. There's some leaders in the youth group too. So appreciate them for sure. And I talked about the message. The idea was like you were created for connection with God and with others. So in this idea of what has God done recently, right? How's he shown up in my life? I think first, and this may help y'all thinking about something. I think first we have to come to the realization that supernatural is not just a ghost walk through a wall kind of stuff like we see on TV, right? Like, oh, that's supernatural. Like you getting saved was a supernatural miracle that happened because we can't save ourselves.
No.
Right. So like things like that. So the concept, the point of this message that I spoke last night was that you were created for connection. It was like the idea that, we're in the most connected time in history we've ever had. We can be connected to everything. Yeah, we're still so disconnected. And so we pulled it I pulled two different scriptures, and that was John 15:5, where Jesus says, hey, I'm the vine and you're the branches. So we talked about like if you remain in him, that's where you get fruit, and apart from him, you got nothing. So like connection starts with Jesus, but then as if one's not more important, but on top of, because I believe God talks to us through reading your Bible, praying. Read your Bible and pray if you want to hear from God. Also, I think God put such a big emphasis on community and being surrounded by people and having people in your corner. And that's all throughout the scripture. But I think he chooses to talk to us a lot of times through the people around us. And I pulled out the verse Hebrews 10:24 and 25. And that's talking about, let us think of ways to motivate one another to acts of love and good works. Not neglecting our meeting together, but encouraging one another, especially as the time draws near. So it's this idea that we don't stop meeting together, right? We still get together, we encourage each other, we build each other up, we got each other's backs kind of thing. And like that's what God's done recently. Probably it's not the ghost walking through a wall supernatural, but it's the way that he talks to me the most. I still read my Bible, I still pray, but he talks to me the most through people around me. And that's like one of my biggest struggles always is I overthink everything. And I don't know if this leads into anxiety. I don't do doctors like most of the time. It's funny, I'm married to a nurse. But I don't like to go to the doctor and stuff. So it may be that, I don't know. But like last night I got into overthinking about different things so bad. I was like sick to my stomach. And like I couldn't shake it. Like I couldn't distract myself. I was like, oh God, help. Like you said, cast your cares on me and I'll take them. That's what he said. I was like, take them, God, take them. And I finally was like, I gotta go sleep. Right. Cause like even Elijah was ready to kill himself. And God was like, bro, he was like, I'm the only one, bro. He started crying and God was like, eat a snack, take a nap, shut up. And he woke up and he was fine. So I was like, all right, God, maybe I need to go to sleep. But today I've had people reach out. They're like, hey, what's going on? Are you good? And I'm like, bro. It's so, cause you got bros around you and they're speaking into my life and they're just like, counseling through the stuff. There wasn't no big ghost walking through a wall moment, but it was just like, dang, God, thanks. I needed that.
Yeah.
Right? Like he has the people, and that's why it's so important that we have people in our lives, because I think he talks to us that way.
Yeah.
So how he's just come through, and I've seen God work in my everyday life, even just today, is just he sends people at the right time to shoot you a message. Hey, how can I pray for you today? What's going on? And people that like ask that question that like, oh, they really care. They aren't just trying to check you off a list that they checked on you. And I'm like, well, you want to know about it? And then now we're in it. Get in the trenches with me. And so, just having people that he's given has been really cool. So, all right, I talked a lot. Now, y'all, what's the way God's been in your just everyday life? What's the way he's been there recently? You've seen him?
You want to go or?
I can go if you want.
Oh, go ahead.
So like, it's kind of the same in the aspect. Ugh, words are hard. The people thing for me. So like, getting to be a part of the young adults class, and then now stepping into the youth, surrounding myself with those people, and I'm seeing a change daily of how I act, how I feel, how I'm surrounding myself with the right kind of people now.
Yeah.
And like, my job changed. That's just fell in my lap out of nowhere. It's one day, me and my dad were talking about Ingram was looking to hire a certain kind of person. And I'm like, I'm that kind of person. And he was like, you know what? You are. Boom, ball got rolling. And it's like, he's working in ways to get me where I've wanted to be, but I've never had an opportunity or a way. And it's like, it all happened after I turned my life around, after I gave myself to God and I start living the right way and living for him. And now he's working miracles through me that I didn't think would ever happen. Like, I thought I'd be stuck traveling forever.
Yeah.
Like I'm never going to be able to get away from this. Boom. Here we are a couple weeks away and I'll be done.
That's awesome.
Man, it's crazy because I'm meeting people like y'all and getting to hang around people that are, well, for one, my age and are
sorry,
and like-minded now to where like I'm learning. Like I'm still new to a lot of things. I can't sit here and rattle off much scripture or nothing yet, but
hey,
I'm learning and I'm getting more comfortable in my faith. And like I told you the other day, like, hey man, this is me getting out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
This is me pushing myself out of the corner where I've stuck myself for years because I'm not a huge like crowd person.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be better about it, and it gets me more involved and makes me feel like it's where I need to be.
Yeah.
It's
for sure.
it's something like the person that I am tells me no, but the faith side of me is saying this is what you need to do.
Yeah.
You need to get in this. Go be there. Be a part of it. And it's making every day better and worth living.
Right.
It's awesome.
I love it. I was trying to look up the scripture real quick. I know I'm the guy that knows a lot of scripture, but I'm like, that was where again? I know that was in the back of the book.
Yeah.
Let me see and make sure this is the right one. Yeah. So you made a comment. You said, God's working all of this through me. Like he's working all this out through me for the good. You said something like that.
Yeah.
But Romans 8:28. Wow, look at that. And we know that for those who love God, all things work together for good.
Absolutely.
And it's like, again, it's nothing that we're doing.
Yep. It's all him.
And this is what's so cool. You gotta make sure y'all don't hear this wrong. Make sure y'all don't hear this wrong. One thing I really like about what Pastor Mark does, even when it talks about like people that give to the church and giving offerings and stuff, we don't give to get. We give because he's already given us everything.
Absolutely.
Right? So going in with that mindset, I love that he leads that way. He's like, I'm not asking for stuff because you owe it.
Yeah.
That ain't how this works.
Yeah.
Like we just give to fund his mission and all that stuff.
It's all his anyways.
Yeah. So with that in mind, I've heard so many, I have them in my own life, but I have so many amazing testimonies where when people finally surrender to God, all of a sudden, again, you don't do this stuff because you can't trick God.
No.
He's not a vending machine. So it's like all of a sudden, okay, God, I can't do this. I have no way to work this out, which is hard because I like to think through everything and I want to figure out how to do it. And then it's like, all right, I give you control. I got nothing. And then all of a sudden things just start happening.
Everything just starts falling in place.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's, again, you're not tricking God. He would know you're trying to do that in the first place, but it's like, he's already done everything. So I'm going to surrender because you bankrupted heaven to come rescue us. So what the heck? You could never give me another thing and you've already given me too much, right? Like hell's too good for me as my fleshly self. So to be like, the fact that he just is like, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just come home. Yeah. Like the prodigal that left, he got his inheritance and left. There should be nothing left for him when he gets home. Yeah. But he finally started coming home and his dad ran to him. Like, that is so amazing. Because he didn't deserve it. Little punk. Go back to the pigs, right? That's what if I'm the other brother, now you gonna take some of my money? You done spent all yours? Like, that's what my flesh would have been saying. And he's just like, nah, this is your home. Like, and he's just like, you're my son. Why would I not? Not that our lives had to be perfect, or if our lives aren't going right, that doesn't mean God's not in our life. It's just like countless stories of how God just works things out when we give up.
Yeah, and I mean, even though things work out, obviously nothing's ever perfect.
Yeah, but
nothing ever goes exactly how you expect it to. But it's like over time, you're like, dang, okay, things are happening and working, and I'm like, wow, okay, that was a hard week, but hey, here we are, we made it. I'm like, awesome.
It's
okay.
It's
crazy, yeah.
You look back and like, dang, God, you was there.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, it takes the surrender. That was the hardest part for me. Absolutely. Was surrender. Just give it to him. Like, I have no control. I've got to stop trying to control everything because at the end of the day, I don't have control over nothing. Nothing is in the power of me. I need to give it to him and just trust him.
And what's crazy is it's not like, oh, I surrendered for you a couple months ago or for me 2009. Like, no, it's every day I wake up and I'm like, it's all you, bro.
Yep.
Whatever you want, I'm here. Because my plan's going to get me in trouble. What about you, Clayton? What you got? You got any thoughts? You seen God?
Oh, yeah. I've seen him in different ways.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like you said. I mean, it's just, you're just living life. And then all of a sudden, I mean, you get somewhere where you're lost or you're just not sure if you're going to make it out.
Yeah.
Sometimes, I mean, I've gotten there sometimes, and I give it all to him. And then eventually I get out, and it's I mean,
just like, wait a minute.
It's very like, it's very hard to explain, really. I mean, for me, you're getting these situations where, oh, this ain't gonna work. This here, this ain't gonna work, and then you just give it all to him, and then, and then it's like, whoa, what just happened? Like, 2 days later, you're like, whoa, it worked. I mean, what happened? I mean, it's just,
wow,
how'd that happen? It was, 2 days ago, it did not look like it was gonna go good. It went good. I mean, you just gotta give up. I mean,
that's why I was chuckling about, like, everything works when we give up. That's such a weird concept.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to give up. I mean, not not like give up on.
Yeah, don't give up living.
Don't give up living.
No,
but
no.
like just give it up and just give it to God,
Yeah.
and He'll take care of you. I mean,
It's easy to get lost by yourself.
right?
When you've got God, He'll always light the way.
Is that a scripture or just an old worship song? Have you ever heard I've never seen the righteous forsaken?
Mm-mm.
Now I gotta look it up. How do you spell righteous? Just kidding.
Let's not have a spelling contest. I will lose.
Oh,
Correct
it
there
may
for a reason.
be. Let's see. Oh no, it is scripture. Bet. I'm pretty sure I remember this from a song, but it's Psalms 37:25. This is cool. I've been young, and now I'm old. Yet I have not seen the righteous forsaken or his children begging for bread. That's dope.
Dang.
Never seen the righteous forsaken. And again, what's so crazy? None of this has to do with us. I can't make myself righteous. Right? Like,
Yeah.
Scripture says I'm just a dirty rag, which is very gross because the translation is like ladies' menstrual cycle rags. That's what he compares himself to. He's like, I am nothing but a dirty rag. Yet then we get to, I've never seen the righteous forsaken.
Yeah.
How do you be righteous? Just give yourself to God fully. Bro. Didn't know it would let me do it that fast. But I'm excited. Dadgummit. All right, I gotta chill out or I'm gonna start preaching something.
I can't wait for the day that button gets stuck.
Just,
and it just loses it. Yeah.
I have to turn it down before I do that because this is the real volume, y'all. It's so daggum loud.
I feel like I'm at the basketball game or something.
Oh man, if you go to CCA, the Christian school
Yeah.
around here, we have a bunch of kids there, so we go watch their sports.
Oh,
that
that's
daggone
cool.
buzzer. Yeah, it's cool because that buzzer is like,
Let's see, I went to Christian Fellowship out in Draftonville, across
Really?
from Marshall County High School.
okay. We got some students that go there too.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Not a lot because there's like 10 people in that school, but
Yeah, graduating class of 16.
oh my
Hey,
god.
same here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was small. It was awesome.
That's
Four
crazy.
of those kids were foreign exchange students.
That's cool.
Well, I went to school in Illinois, so I mean that explains it.
He's from the Boondocks. Well, hey, let's that was good. Good conversation.
Yeah.
First real serious moment on the Trash Pandas podcast. I'm hoping we bring some more of those in. That was a good conversation, y'all. And we're not done. If y'all still got some juice in you,
I'm good.
I'm kind of jealous of that energy drink right now. But all right, we started something maybe a couple episodes ago. The trashy debate.
Trashy debate.
Yep, the trashiest
Okay.
debate. Don't forget to talk into this, sir.
That's-
Everybody, put in the chat or in the comment section. Clayton, talk in your dang microphone.
Is this thing working?
It does when you talk into it. Wait.
I'm Batman.
Now talk. Oh, now talk. It talks now. Luke. Anyways, okay. So the trashy debate, all right?
Okay.
Some of this comes out of questions you answered.
Oh man.
So we're going to figure out who's trashy and who's the trashy king here today. Is this considered trashy or not? Hoarding random keepsakes. Why did I ask that question?
Because I answered it. It can be a little. It depends on what it is, but it can be a little.
What do
trashy.
you hoard?
Hats for one, and like I take random things from job sites.
Yep, that's what I was getting at.
Random things from job sites. So I did a job in Iowa.
Okay.
like, oh my gosh, like 6 years ago.
Yeah.
It's called Lyondale-Basell. Okay, they make the base material for plastic.
Oh,
So all
that
the
sounds
plastic, it starts out as little beads. And one
Okay.
time I was walking, we were there for like support after we got done with what we were doing.
yeah.
I spent 3 weeks there. 2 of those weeks, I played on my phone every night. Super awesome.
That was
Easy
your
money.
work.
Easy money. I just hung out unless they needed something.
This is why our tax dollars.
That's
Are
right.
y'all a government agency?
No.
This is why everything costs so much money. We
Sounds like
pay these
that.
guys to play
We're
on their
not
phone.
government paid.
Well, that's true.
But-
You wouldn't make any money.
Yeah. I was walking to
Sorry.
I was walking to the machine shop one night,
Okay.
and they had this big bin sitting outside,
Uh-oh.
full of the base material plastic, bunch of it. I said, "Oh,
You got some?
oh yeah, I got some. I got a little tube, so
You got to bring it. I want to see it sometime.
I can bring it. I got it on my desk." I was like, "Oh!" I took a little plastic tube out of my pocket, had a deburring tool in it. Popped it open, put the tool in my pocket, scooped up a bunch of it, and closed it. Took off, and just kept going.
Huh.
Still got it. Yep. And then another job site.
Interesting.
I was in North Carolina working for Caterpillar.
Okay.
So they got the big 390F excavators, big rock diggers and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, Caterpillar stamps cat on all their bolts.
Right.
Oh.
I've got a couple of them that say cat. I mean, it's junk. It's just a little tiny bolt. I'm like, ooh, pocket.
Right.
Right in my pocket. Took
But
it
you
home.
never get rid of them. You just
No.
keep them.
They're sitting on my desk for no reason.
Interesting.
I'm like, yep.
So I am not. Me and Clayton had a conversation. We were playing ping pong in the garage one day, which we can definitely do after this if you have time. Ping pong. Clayton gets beat all the time. It's really bad.
Sometimes.
But
of the
we were talking about like if we're sentimental or not.
Yeah.
I am the most unsentimental person I've ever met. Everything in my life except for my wife and my baby and my friends are for. I don't own y'all though. Well, whoa, that sounds weird. I don't own my wife either. Whoa.
Hey,
Not what I meant.
slavery has been abolished.
That's not what I meant. Whoa, that got weird quick. What I mean is like my car, my guitars, my drums, my computers, everything I have it has a price on it. I don't care. Crystal, we have a whole room upstairs of stuff. I flippantly said, "What we doing with all that crap?" one day, and then I got in trouble because I didn't mean it as crap. It's just it doesn't mean anything to me. So, but it does to her. She's a very sentimental person. But I'm weird because we do network upgrades.
Yeah.
Sorry, y'all. The camera just tripped out. Okay, we're back. I'm sorry. My bad. So we do like network upgrades, and people got some old network gear, and I'm like, ooh, this is cool, and because we're gonna throw it away anyway. So instead of paying to throw it away, I just like I'll take that. It's gonna be trashed, and it sits there for a while, and then one day I start cleaning, and I'm like, why do I have this? And then I throw it away.
Totally.
So it's like I'm sentimental for half a second because I'm like,
And then it's gone.
yeah, like that's cool. Okay, we're done. Like I got that album up there. Let's see if this camera's working again. That's Under Oath album. Don't look that one up. That's the one where they decided to say they're not Christian anymore because they're dumb. But they were like a Christian metal band when I was growing up.
Yeah.
And he's my favorite drummer. And I'm like, oh, I don't even listen to vinyl. We bought that, and Clayton was like, wait, if you put it, go ahead. Go ahead.
When they were telling me about this store, there's all these
McKay.
I about lost it because
Yeah.
I love vinyl. I love listening to vinyl records. I love it.
Yeah.
And I think I bought like 4 or 5 records.
Yeah, he paid a lot of money.
I paid a lot of money.
Yeah, I
They
don't.
look cool.
Yeah, they sound real. I like it.
Well,
I like the sound. But
that-
anyways,
Yeah.
he buys this and he puts it in a frame. I'm like, dude, why'd you do that? I'm like, you can't listen to it now. He's like, I don't have a record player. I'm like, you bought a record? You don't even have a record player?
Technically, I think Crystal has one somewhere. It's probably in that extra room upstairs.
But still.
But no, I didn't buy it for the intended purpose to listen to it.
Yeah.
Technically, hey, we have somewhat of an audience now. If y'all own, I will buy it, but not for this dumb on eBay trying to sell this for $144. Neverland 2 by Andy Mineo. He sold records of that. I can only find one for sale. It's obviously sold out. I can only find one for sale on eBay, and it's $144. I ain't paying that to put it in a picture frame. But if y'all have one or you know one, send it to me and I will buy it, but not for $144 or $143. You sarcastic little trash pandas.
No, y'all need to sell it to me so I can actually listen to it and not.
If I will
Box
let
it
you
away
use
and-
it, if you will listen to it. Now, Andy Mineo is one of my favorite artists.
Yeah.
He goes above and beyond with all of his, like even the experience of opening it. I have on my bookshelf at church. I have one of it. I have that same album, but in CD form. And like the album, I keep doing this. It's like a trifold open, and that's how it's displayed on my bookshelf. and it's like he does all this weird art on it, and
But that's cool.
I just like that stuff. So that would be cool to have framed,
Yeah.
but not for $144. But yeah, I forgot what I was saying before we got on records. Oh, even that. Like, I'm never gonna listen to that. But in my studio, it's a little different. Nothing's really sentimental. It's just all art. So like our panda, that is the dopest panda ever.
It's a fresh panda.
Very sophisticated. That's Alexander
gentleman.
Hamilton as a panda. I'm claiming it now. Alexander Hamilton.
Hamilton.
Pandleton. And then My Life is Good. That came off at Temu because I had a problem for a while buying stuff on Temu. And then we got this. But I turned it on right before we started, and it's way too bright. So I turned it off. But, just dumb art stuff. So, anyway, sorry. I'm not sentimental at all.
Yeah.
No, I'm the opposite.
He is.
I'm like, it's got to be something very, very special.
Like a bolt with cat on it.
Like, well, yeah. Well, like job special.
No,
But
I'm just kidding.
Like, I got something cool from my great grandfather.
Okay.
It's a K-bar. You know what that is? It's a knife.
Oh, yeah, I actually do know that. Yeah.
My grandpa had one. He kept it by him for like probably 30 years. It always sat underneath the little table next to him. It's got the U.S. The Marine logo on it.
Ooh.
I got that after he passed away. My grandmother gave it to me.
Yeah.
That's like one of the few things that I keep.
That's awesome.
And you're going to like this. I have a cannonball.
That's
like
dope.
a 5-pound cannonball.
Yeah.
That come out of my great-grandfather's yard. Yeah.
Dang.
Yep. It sits on my desk at work.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
That's
This
crazy.
is awesome.
My grandparents, you heard me say this in youth last night. They were my favorite people in the world.
Yeah.
Sorry if you heard this. My dad and I didn't do anything growing up. And my mom, we just weren't close. She was close with my brother. So I lived with my mom and visited my dad. But my grandparents, like my grandma's the reason I got to do all the high school things and play the sports. She paid for everything kind of thing. So when my grandpa died, I got like all of his harmonicas.
Dang.
I was really hoping, and there's no dog because I know my uncle got him, so that's cool. Well, what my grandpa didn't sell at the end of his life, he kind of lost his mind a little bit,
It happens.
sadly. Yeah. And did some dumb things, but I still love him. But I was always supposed to get like his knives. He had, me and him always talked about, and we'd go buy a new knife together. They were his, but I'd go with him and so stuff like that. But I don't think I got anything from my grandma, which now that I think about it, makes me kind of sad. I guess that I would keep. Like, that would be cool. I can't throw those harmonicas away.
Oh,
This is why I struggle. They sit in the bottom of a tote. I'm never going to do anything with it. I don't want to put them on my wall because it's a harmonica.
yeah.
But that was my grandpa. So maybe there's a piece of me that's sentimental.
Just a little piece.
Just a
yeah.
little piece. Just a little piece. All right, no more of that. But Clayton's very sentimental.
Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, like my grandpa, he got me this Trimble cup. It's like a bass. It's got a bass on it. And I mean,
Yeah.
nothing you would like use a whole lot of or anything. But I mean, but every time I get it out and get me a water or something, I think of that memory of he got me that cup. And
That's cool.
I mean, I get that mental, I see that mental image. I see his face. You know,
Yeah,
just-
it like kind of reminds you
Yeah,
of him
right.
and stuff like that. That's
I mean,
awesome.
and I got a ton of stuff just like that. Just little
Just
knickknacks,
everywhere.
just things that. Oh, hey, I remember that. Yeah, that was a good memory. And I mean, I don't think of those memories. I mean, just like on a whim or something. I mean, it's not
Yeah.
something that just appears and
Pops
pops up
Yeah.
until I see something. When I see it, I'm like, oh, I remember that. And then it just brings up all the good memories and everything. It's like a little tab on the file system I have in my brain.
Dang.
Oh man, I like that. That's awesome.
Well, I guess I don't think it's trashy to, hoarding may be trashy, but just taking them, maybe, I don't think that's trashy.
Yeah, it depends on what you're hoarding.
I'm on the edge of hoarding.
Hoarding? Nah. I watched that hoarder show.
I'm not that bad, but
That's rough.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What about,
Go ahead.
is it trashy to eat weird food combinations?
No.
Like, maybe Spam sushi?
Hey, they have some
That's
crazy
what he
things
said.
in Hawaii. Okay.
Don't they, live on? No, that's Alaska where they live on
On
Spam.
Spam.
My
I
bad.
mean, like spam is a delicacy in Hawaii.
Oh,
Like,
yeah?
they love it. It's in all kinds of stuff. You can almost get it at every restaurant.
Huh.
It's very expensive though, which is mind blowing. It shouldn't be, but it's expensive. Which Hawaii, everything's expensive. Yeah, like I couldn't eat out by myself for less than $60.
In
Just me.
Hawaii?
In Hawaii,
Whoa.
it was rough. It was very rough, but
Gosh.
our per diem was good, so I didn't have to worry about it. Per diem covered it all.
There you go.
I was like, thank goodness for this. I'd be broke.
Right.
I
Supposed
had
to be
a,
making money here.
I had a friend who did traveling job, and on his per diem, is that what it's called? Per
Yeah.
diem. He would just buy stuff to make bologna sandwiches
Yep.
and then
Bring the
pocket
rest
all
home.
the money.
Yeah, that's normally what I do. But I was like, I'm in Hawaii. I'm gonna live it up. Like I'm
Right.
never gonna do this again.
Yeah.
I will not go on my dime
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. It was fun. The flight was terrible. I had 2 flights. So I flew from Nashville to Vegas.
Yeah.
And Vegas to Honolulu, which was a 6.5 hour flight.
Whoa.
I didn't think I was gonna make it. I was miserable. I was in pain. I was Southwest where it's free seating or whatever it is,
Yeah.
and I got stuck in the middle seat. So I'm like this the whole time for
Oh,
6.5 hours. I'm
heck
like,
no.
I hate my life. This is
That's a
terrible.
long time.
It was horrible,
Yeah.
horrible. But once you got there, it was a 5-hour time difference. So it's like getting hit with a truck.
Jeez.
Yeah. It was like 9 o'clock at home, and
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man, I'm very tired. But they told me, do not go to sleep. You go to sleep, it'll mess your whole schedule up. So
Wow. Did you eat any pineapple while you were there?
yes. So Dole cream.
Dole
It's-
cream.
It's a pineapple like ice cream. You ought to look
Okay.
it up. You can only get it in Hawaii,
Yeah.
which is crazy because it is delicious. And it's like 3 ingredients. It's like pineapple, sugar, and I don't remember what the third one was. Like
Cream.
milk or something. Cream.
cream.
Yeah.
Heavy
I'm
cream.
like, it's like nothing. And it's delicious.
I don't know that I could eat.
Yeah, my
those.
sister when after she got married
Yeah.
on her honeymoon, that's what they went. They went to Hawaii, and
Nice.
that's all she could talk about was the pineapple. The pineapple is like
Oh
the
my
best
gosh,
thing.
dude. And like so, there's Dole plantations there in Hawaii. Obviously, I mean,
Yeah.
we drove past them, and something I didn't know. There's red pineapples.
I didn't know that.
like the
I
Red
had no
Hulk.
idea. We're like passing by this field, and they're all red pineapples. I'm like, what is going on right now? I didn't know this was a thing. So we start looking it up, Googling, and I'm like, well, sure enough, they make red pineapples here. I'm like, okay, cool. But it was super cool. I was like 10-minute walk from Waikiki Beach.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
it was nice. You could walk everywhere. And my favorite thing about Hawaii is there was no humidity. So when we were there,
Oh, that sounds
like,
nice.
it never got hotter or colder than like 83 degrees.
but no humidity. The 83 probably felt great.
It was amazing. So if it's 83 here and we have the humidity, I walk outside and before I can even think, I'm sweating.
Yeah,
Right.
That's me.
Like I can't wear khakis here because I sweat so bad.
Wait
it
till
looks
access.
like I peed myself. I'm like, this is awful. I never sweated a drop.
Dang.
Like, I wore khakis every day, shorts. I was like, man, this is awesome. Like I could live with this. If I had to be a bum somewhere, it'd be Hawaii.
Yeah, when I visited some family out in New Mexico, it gets hot, really hot out there,
Really
but
hot, but
there's
it's dry.
no,
Yeah.
there's no humidity.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like 102 degrees when I was there.
Woo.
It was hot,
Yeah.
but I mean, I loved it because I wasn't sweating.
Yes,
Dang.
that's the best part. I love warm weather
yeah.
as long as I'm not sweating.
Right.
If I'm not sweating, I'm happy.
Exactly.
We did Access last year,
Yeah.
and Clayton's going this year, but he didn't go last year. He after services and everything. This is like between 10:15 to 11:15ish at night. It was like as soon as I walk outside, I'm not even joking. My shirt was almost instantly soaked.
Oh man.
It was, you could drink the air.
Oh,
And then they play for an hour because they have all these events set up and,
Yeah.
and food trucks
That's cool.
and I was just like, kill me now. Because like it was, dude, I'm telling you.
Awful.
Oh, dude.
need air conditioning.
It's
Yes.
like soup. The
Yes.
air's like soup.
You
It's
really
so
could.
thick,
You'd probably
it's
get a
awful.
drink, straw and just start sucking up the air. It was bad. But, okay. Spam sushi. That's interesting.
Yeah, and they had this weird. So I can't think of the name of it. It was some kind of like yellow sponge cake that they had there. I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
And I went on this hike. They had this waterfall. It was like a good hour-long hike. I got totally soaked because it was raining. And they had this little stop right before you got to the waterfall, and they had like drinks and snacks, and then this weird sponge cake. I wish I could think of the name, but it's just gone. I forgot. And I remember getting it, and I'm like, I'm really scared to know what this is. But the first bite, it was delicious. I'm like, oh, it's awesome. All right.
Yeah, right.
And I wish I could think of the name of it, but it's some kind of Hawaiian like treat cake thing. I don't know. It was cool.
Interesting.
I was ready to try anything there.
I mean, I think I'd try. I don't know. I'm a texture guy, so if it was, I don't know if I could do it.
It was real spongy and like very moist.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't. It was weird. Texture wise, you would probably be like no, but taste wise, it was really good.
Yeah, if I ever go to Hawaii, I'm gonna eat as much seafood as possible.
It is the best seafood you'll ever have.
I like when I go like to Florida or North Carolina and the beach line.
Yeah,
that is the best place to get some fish.
Yes,
I mean,
anywhere that's got fresh
fish. Yes,
I don't do fish, so I don't know.
Oh, dude,
I
fish
don't
is
know
great.
seafood.
it tastes so much different,
Really?
Yes.
fresh than it does here.
I'd have to try it.
When I was in Cape Canaveral, we went out to one of the piers that had a restaurant.
Yeah.
And I got to eat some fresh shark.
Oh,
And it
fresh
was
shark.
really good. It was mind blowing.
I feel like I'd have to try
it's
that.
like eating chicken.
Yeah,
I was
I'd
like,
definitely have
this
to
is
try
crazy.
that.
So good, so good.
Yes.
Okay. So let's do one or two. What would you do? Okay.
All right.
What would you do if you could only watch one Star Wars movie on repeat? Which one would it be?
Revenge of the Sith.
Which one is that?
The third one.
Oh, I actually really like that. Is that the one where he gets melted?
Yes.
Sorry, I was like,
he gets chopped up and burned alive.
I was like, how do I say that?
Yeah.
You are the chosen one.
You were my brother, Anakin.
So, Revenge of the Sith. That was probably. I'm not good at watching old movies because I like the
it's not
special
that old.
effects.
It's not, yeah.
No. That's what I'm saying. So, no. That's why I think I liked out of the six. I liked this one the best because it was the newest.
Yeah.
But
Well, technically, it's not the newest, but I mean,
back
We
then,
don't,
shut your mouth.
We don't count the newest three. They're not.
you don't count
they
those.
don't know.
What's
They're
crazy is Obi-Wan Kenobi in that.
Ewan McGregor, yeah.
Say his first name?
Ewan.
Okay. Obviously, I'd seen this movie before or seen the ones with him in it, but I didn't realize who he was until I watched. He's in musicals. Like, he can sing.
I didn't know that.
Hold on. What's that musical? I think it's Across the Universe. Let's see. Is it the cast? How do I do the cast? Dude's got some pipes too. Oh, maybe this is not it. Awkward. How you spell his name?
Oh,
Ewan McGregor.
don't catch me lying.
Ewan McGregor musical. What is he in? Oh, watch it. Oh, my bad. He's in a much worse musical. It's Moulin Rouge. I'm sorry. Dude can sing though.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
Oh my gosh, that movie Moulin Rouge is like a prostitute place.
Oh,
So the content is not good, but the soundtrack
wait.
is fire.
I thought you were a Christian.
Shut your mouth. I almost clicked images, but I don't know what. I mean,
I
it's
wouldn't
not.
do that.
Yeah, it's not like there's nothing that happens in it. It's like he's trying to help a girl get out of that.
Okay.
That's so.
I'm with you now.
So, dang. Listen to them. I've only seen it one time or maybe twice, but I'm pretty sure he's trying to get a girl out of the place.
Yeah.
Dang, bro. He was a hater. But yes, out of the six, I'd probably watch that one too.
Yeah. It's the best in my opinion.
What's the one with Yoda? Is that the fourth one, the first one?
I mean,
all of them.
he's in
Yeah.
all of them.
Well, where's the
Very
one where
good.
Luke Skywalker
Except for-
goes?
Except for the fourth one. He's not in the fourth
He's
one.
not in the he's not in A New Hope. He was in fifth and sixth one.
Okay. The one where Luke goes away and they're in the jungle.
That's you get Return of the Jedi and Empire Strikes Back.
All I know is the parody people on YouTube. Have you ever seen that? They took
No.
his thing and they were like the bad lip readings.
Oh, okay.
And Yoda's, he's like,
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
run and jump. I could be your backpack while you run.
Oh my
run,
gosh.
run,
I'm gonna have
run,
to
and
watch
jump.
this.
Now stop. Anyways, and he goes, hoo, ha, hoo, 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 ha, hoo, hoo, ha, hoo, 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 ha.
Can't believe I haven't seen that. I'm gonna have to
Bro,
look that
I'm gonna
up
have to
now.
send it to you. I'd play
Yes.
it, but it may get copyrighted, so I'm not playing it. What's the first thing that you would do if you were king of the trash pandas?
Oh, telling you,
What would you do?
I would instantly go try to find all the raccoons and become king of the trash pandas for sure.
You already are.
I already am. Oh,
Yeah. Now what are you doing?
I think the question didn't say that. I think it would say, what was the first thing you would do if you were a trash panda?
if you became
king
king of the
of the
trash
trash
pandas.
Oh, I would build an army and then go rule the rest of them. Not the rest of them, but take over the rest of the animals and
The
the creatures.
animals?
Yeah.
Did you watch
Take
Madagascar?
Yes.
The little lemur
The
king?
lemurs. Yeah.
Julian.
Julian.
King Julian.
King Julian.
That would be me. I am King Julian. I don't know how to do his accent. But that would be me. I would just be like, get me grapes.
Yeah.
Bring me grapes and feed me. My accents are terrible. Why did the fan stop? Keep
Come on,
waving me
Maurice.
down. Keep waving me down. I am King Julian. Anyways.
Funny.
Am I going to get in trouble for that voice too? I did an accent on the last thing, and they told me I was going to get canceled.
Now I want to hear it.
I don't remember what was it.
It was in Indian.
It was
wasn't
an
it?
Indian
It was
accent, but I don't remember.
It was pretty accurate. It was just really.
Did you watch Bug's Life?
Yes.
I'm a beautiful butterfly.
Oh my gosh.
That was me as a kid. That little fat caterpillar. I resonated. Look, what is it people talk about? When they see somebody on TV like them, what's that called? Representation.
Yeah.
I got my representation through the fat caterpillar in Bug's Life. I am a
That's
beautiful
great.
butterfly.
Oh
That
my
would be me.
gosh.
Give them tiny little wings.
Yeah. The ladybug guy always cracked me up.
He was so mean.
Yeah. He had a rough.
What are you doing, Clayton? You doing anything if you become king of the trash pandas?
I would teach them how to play musical instruments.
You could be my band.
How funny would it be to watch them play musical instruments? Oh no! Wait! I'd paint them all yellow, and they'd be my minions.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my gosh.
Yes.
Well, I guess you're
Right.
not technically a trash panda. You could still be a human.
Oh.
Raccoon.
Raccoon.
Minion.
Yeah.
Raccoonians.
Raccoonians.
I'm trying to see if there's raccoons playing instruments, if that's a thing. Oh, yeah, that's weird. Raccoon as minion. No, there's nothing.
Nothing.
That's weird. Okay. Interesting.
I work to have a bunch of rockets.
Like the raccoon rocket? You have to
Yeah,
torture
no,
him
no,
to
no,
make
no.
him
I said
rocket.
that would be
Oh
rough.
yeah, that.
Yeah.
He can't even hurt bad guys in a video game, and you're trying to torture real animals.
I can't be. I can't
Cancel
hurt, I
him.
can hurt the bad guys. I can't be mean to the good people, like random citizens and stuff. That
You ever played Assassin's Creed?
yes.
All I do is jump. I don't play the real missions. I just jump off the buildings, stab a good guy or an innocent guy, and hide in the bush and see what
Oh,
happens.
Man. No, like there's a really old game. It's called Knights of the Old Republic.
Ooh,
Okay.
that sounds cool.
So you have two options. You can be a good guy or you can be a bad guy. So
Okay.
everything you do, every person you run into, there are good options and there's bad options.
Okay.
So and it kind of weighs a scale of how good you are and how bad you are. Can never do the bad ones. Like
Huh.
always just nice to people. Like here, take my money. You know they'll
Yeah.
come up to me crying like, oh, they're trying to kill me. I need credits. Blah blah blah. I'm like, well, here, just take it.
Oh
Take it.
no, I'd be like, give me your credits. All right. Are you ready? It's our last segment.
Okay.
This is our longest podcast, bro.
What?
What am I looking for? But we have sound effects. We are getting ready for
Trash.
or
Treasure.
That's so creepy.
Trash. Treasure.
Okay, so trash or treasure is mine and Clayton's favorite part of this whole thing. Collecting. I didn't think to redo this. We done talked about it. No, we'll forget that one. Lava lamps or novelty home decor. Is it trash or treasure?
It's cool, but it's trash.
I think we talked about this one last one, didn't we?
Yeah. Oh no,
we had
did.
that weird spiral lamp.
Oh yeah, we did. We did talk.
we
about that.
did. What do you think?
Yeah, lava lamps are definitely trash.
Trash?
Trash.
Because they'll explode?
I mean, they're one of those things that look cool for about 5 minutes and like, okay, it's doing the same thing over again. I'm tired of this. You're a waste of electricity.
Okay.
It's trash.
Okay. So let me see. Vintage motorcycles.
Ooh, treasure.
Treasure.
Okay. Okay.
Big time treasure.
Why?
Hey, there's
Give
some
us a
vintage
reason.
motorcycles that can be worth a lot of money.
Okay.
And as long as it's like taken care of,
yeah.
it's super cool. Because the way old motorcycles work, it's just kind of mind blowing versus what you have today. The technology,
Yeah.
seeing the change is insane.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like people used to have to kickstart their motorcycles.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy.
And like if you did it wrong, it could like catch you and like break your leg.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, have you ever seen like how some people like old prop planes would have to like spin a handle
Yeah.
and when it would engage, it should like kick through and not grab it, but it can grab it and just spin like crazy. Same thing with motorcycles, trucks, old trucks like that.
Really?
Yeah.
See,
It's cool and dangerous.
when you want to talk about cars more or vehicles, we'll just bring him back again because y'all
There you
can
go.
talk about stuff
That's
I don't
right.
even
I
understand.
love it.
I love talking.
Yeah.
All right. One ply toilet paper.
Ooh,
Trash or treasure?
Absolute trash.
One ply,
Yeah.
like that, like the toilet paper you can see through.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, that's trash.
That's absolute
What if it's
trash.
way cheaper? Is that like Dollar Tree
I-
toilet paper?
I don't care how expensive toilet paper is. I will always buy the best. Look, my booty is bougie. Okay. The cheaper the toilet paper,
booty.
the more it's like sandpaper. Okay. And
It is.
this ain't. We're not John Wayne around here. It's gonna be the nicest. They ought to be like blankets crossing my butt.
Quilts.
That's funny.
Quilts.
Quilts.
Quilts on my butt.
Yes.
Oh gosh. That's funny. What about so we're going trash.
Trash.
Forgot to do that. This is new. All right, that's trash. What about seasonal drinks? Like pumpkin spice lattes,
Those are trash.
eggnog.
Trash.
Eggnog's okay, but it's not like, ooh, I can't wait to drink eggnog. No.
What's the stuff Alex was
Trash.
talking about? A custard? I
Oh,
still
custard.
forgot. I
I've
forgot
never
to
had
try
that.
it.
Custard.
Yeah, he was talking really big about this
Yeah.
custard.
The
drink.
church's little I think it's still a podcast. They do it every Thursday at 3:30 now. Alex and Pastor Mark.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's on Facebook.
Oh,
But
look at
they tried I think it was custard.
Yeah, it's supposed to taste like melted ice cream.
Yeah. Pastor Mark was like, "Yo, this is just I don't know. I was thinking it was diabetes.
that. So just
That's what it sounded like."
sugary milk.
But I don't think Pastor Mark had ever tried it, so they tried it.
So
Interesting.
maybe like a lemonade. I think that'd be like a treasure for me.
Yes,
Lemonade. I
I
love.
Is lemonade a
Lemonade.
seasonal drink?
I mean, like spring, summertime. Yeah.
Summertime. It is.
You can't
100%
drink.
summertime drink.
You can't drink lemonade in the winter.
I mean, you can, but it's more of a.
It's
I mean, it's like your pumpkin spice lattes.
Yeah.
You can drink those
I
anytime.
don't drink those.
Oh,
like on a hot
I mean,
summer day.
I kind of see you
a
doing
good
that.
glass of
Dang.
lemonade or sweet tea is like
Ooh, sweet tea.
it's the best. And there's only the reason I say it's a summertime drink because Ken, you know who Ken is? Ken's Lemonade out in front of Lowe's.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm just
Dude.
kidding.
The lemon shake ups.
Yeah, yes, dude. His lemonade is the best lemonade in the world.
What's crazy is you can make it. He
Yeah.
does it right there in front of you.
Yeah,
You can
But
make the same
it's
thing.
like $3 and you get a cup that's just huge, and I'm like, it's the best thing in the world. It hits just right in a moment. I'll be going to Lowe's for work, just wasting time or whatever it might be, and I'll be on my way out, and I'm like, oh, he's here. Time to get some lemonade.
Got to get it now.
Yep. I'll sit in the truck for the first like 5 minutes and just sip on it. Won't even go nowhere.
I'm still in Lowe's
Yeah.
shopping for
Still
work.
looking for whatever we need.
Okay, I got a funny story. When
Okay.
my job now. When we first went to lunch together, we went to Fat Ed's over in Metropolis,
Okay.
and I ordered an Arnold Palmer.
Ooh.
Anybody
Yeah.
know what that is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had no idea what it was. They thought I was ordering alcoholic drinks.
Your workers
Yeah, the
or
guys I worked with.
that's funny.
They had no idea what it was.
How do people not know what
They
that
were like,
is?
"What are you doing?"
I ordered, and
Like,
they're
what
like,
the clock, man.
you know, you can't have that. I'm like, why not? And they're like, you can't work and drink that. I'm like, why not? And they're like, you can't drink alcohol. I'm like, it's not
There's no
alcohol.
alcohol.
Wow.
I mean, you can put it in there,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it doesn't come made that way.
So are we saying seasonal drinks or trash or treasure? What do you got?
Kind of trashy, depending on what it is.
What do you got?
I'm gonna put it on top of the trash can. Like it's not
I
in
got
the trash
one
can.
button or the other.
Well, you the ones that you
Wait.
named, I'm gonna say
Trash.
There we go.
It worked.
That works.
Whoa.
That works.
Trash.
That's weird. I'm gonna go trash.
Trash.
I don't think that they are anything special. Yeah. No.
This challenge is on.
Him and his survivor.
Sorry, I forgot that was there.
Sometimes it just be like that, man.
It do be like that.
What? No.
Anyways,
I'm stuck with a 5-year-old.
dang. Well, Elijah, dude, it has been good, man.
Been awesome. Love it.
It's been really cool because like everybody else we've had on, we already kind of knew
Yeah.
to some extent, and we haven't known you too long. So
Hey, it's a good way to meet
outside
somebody. Yeah. Learn a little bit. Like, now you know a little bit about me.
outside of the car talk, I never understood. I feel like I know you better. I learned that Pearl Harbor was in daggum Hawaii.
Not in the Gulf of Mexico.
What the heck?
Soon to be named Gulf of America.
So if
I saw Gulf of Bucky's.
Oh my gosh. I could go for that.
What?
I was gonna say, if we ever play a trivia game, don't put him on it.
Why?
Now I know.
No.
Yeah.
Don't
have
stupid
him on it.
trivia. I got you.
As long as it's not
History, he ain't got
History?
you. He ain't got you.
No.
Nah, not at all. Academic
Not okay.
decathlon. If you want to know all the colors in the beginning of the Great Books of the Grapes of Wrath, I don't remember 'em.
What was that? Did you say something?
Dang. You know what? Just for your ears. Wait, hold on. I got you. Turn his headphones up.
Oh my god.
Oh, the feedback. Oh, that hurt.
Feedback.
Sorry, y'all. Wow. Definitely our longest podcast to date. We're at 2 hours and 6 minutes.
Dang. All right. I had
That's
a blast.
awesome.
It didn't even feel like 2 hours.
Nah. We got to, I went through my water in the first 30 minutes. I'm over here like, I've been staring down your water. But it was good to meet Elijah together, everybody. Yay.
Good to be here.
We got to meet the big blue comfy couch.
Big blue couch. It is very comfortable couch.
Yeah.
It's very
Yeah.
nice. Very, very nice.
It's nice. But yeah, this is episode 10
10.
of the Trash Pandas podcast. Yo, we're at number 10. And y'all have only heard 1 through 3 by the time this was out. What's going on?
Yeah.
Crazy.
I hope y'all make it this
I'm ready
far.
for more.
We got people on our socials going, we need more podcasts.
For real. I'm ready for more.
We might have messed up giving them 3 the first week. Now they're only going to get 1 on Monday. But hey, listen, if you're interested in being on the show like our great guest Elijah, the big blue comfy chair is waiting for you.
You want to sit here.
Yeah, you want to sit there. It don't really look all here. Let's look. It don't look all that blue with the. Oh, there it goes. It looks blue now. Yeah, you can even fit a small person beside him.
That's right.
But if you're interested,
Small
hit us
child.
up and small child, and we'll send you a questionnaire, a form to fill out, so we can look at getting you on here. But also, just comment on our YouTube. We're working on getting it other places right now. It's on Spotify. By the time you hear this, it may be other places. But just comment, send us messages, talk to us. You got some good ideas for trash or treasures, or just any other sections we do. You got any questions about living out your faith in a crazy world, all that kind of stuff? We'll just dive into all of it. So that's it, right?
Yeah, sounds
Thanks
good.
for hanging out with us. And just like anything you want to say before you leave? Anything
thanks
you want to
for-
shout out?
Thanks for letting me have this time and be here. You know, like, follow, share, and enjoy it. It's awesome. I love it.
Boom. You heard it. I need a mic drop button, but don't drop my mic. No.
Throws it across the room.
You're about to be my new co-host if he drops that microphone. All right, y'all. We're out of here. See ya.
Trash Pandas Podcast. The Trash Pandas Podcast. The Trash Pandas Podcast. The Trash Pandas Podcast.
Random fart noise.